Also,
Also,
yeah, your mic's stuck on now.
why is it stuck on?
I don't know.
Wait,
Okay, I'm gonna have to be right back. My screen went blank for some reason, but I hear everything and you guys.
Okay, yeah, take your time. Gives Alice more time to get here.
Yeah.
Alright. Okay. I don't know what it is. Why do they have one of those? Where'd they get that? How did they get that? Why are they allowed to have one of these?
What?
Why did Gingy do that?
What?
Who's gonna stop him?
What the fuck did Gingy do?
Gingy stole a spaceship and used it as a boat.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna be right back.
Why is Gingy the ambassador for this?
Maybe it's not Gingy's boat anymore.
Oh.
Maybe Gingy sold the boat.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, no, that's a very Lajra thing to do. It's a very casino
nice
ship
ship,
kind of
though.
feel.
Yeah.
God, that's a nice ship.
It does look very nice in the water, honestly. Even though it's supposed to be a spaceship.
Listen, good spaceships look good when they're in the water.
Yeah.
Because they just look like cool ships. That's why I like Dangerous so much. All of them look like they could actually.
It kind of looks like a sword, too. I like that.
No, sorry, we had to clean out the old bodies in it. But it works just as well. I do think it's hilarious that they are that they have a high-tech spaceship, but then have like the most like outdated technology in terms of like building. Which makes sense because they never had to build anything in their fucking lives.
Exactly, they don't
What did
ever
I come
build.
back to?
Oh, Tipper's just exploring the map, and we're just discussing Lajrid architecture.
Oh.
Yeah, that was the thing. I spent a while trying to find. I was like, what would be the best building for them? And I was like, this shitty little palisade and tent would be the best. The little complex.
Very interesting that. Wait, never mind. Never mind. It makes entirely a lot of sense as to why those are the only two ambassadors on these islands.
There's a third ambassador embassy. It's just not with these over here on these two. The third ambassador's back on that beginning island.
And this is where...
Oh yeah, look at that.
Because Gutenberg doesn't necessarily care about its relations with Milipur itself, but instead all of the other merchants working with Milipur.
Mm-hmm.
So how is Puppet going to break Arimon out?
This session?
Still could.
Count! You added something to the corner! You added something to the corner! Finally!
Probably.
It's just the fan.
Oh yeah, the fan. Oh yeah, I moved the fan over there. I will say Geigel has had an effect on this city.
Oh,
Oh
boy.
yeah, you probably
That's-
can't climb up here anymore, to be completely honest with you.
They did put a new tower over there.
Yeah, that
This
looked
one?
like there was more towers.
Yeah, this one right here.
Oh, is this new?
There's quite a lot of new.
Yeah, like
I'd
this.
say about half the map is new.
Oh wow.
Steroids,
The
Viceroys?
Viceroy's Manor. Red Zinnia. Somebody look up the meaning of that. Tall bush.
Why did I start tracking trees?
It's a flower, don't worry.
You think
Red
that matters? I've
Zinnia.
tracked all of it.
It's still fig trees from last time.
Oh. Yeah, no, a
Bahoum
lot
in
has changed.
Oh no,
Wow.
Bahoum's here. We knew that, though.
I wonder what this little thing up here is. Like, what? It has no purpose.
Where'd they get all of the,
There's so much foliage in there. Holy
Zero
shit.
purpose.
where'd they get all these new islands from?
You don't know.
Raise them from the water. Brought down more comets. Made them from rock and stone.
Made them from rock and bone. That wasn't like a... Oh, hey, look, I found the fan.
Oh, also I discovered something that it blew me away. If you press the M button,
What?
The
Oh, that
fuck?
Fuck?
yep, I discovered this today.
No!
Huh?
Yeah.
No!
Well, Mac,
Yo, that's fucking cool.
Like, how fucking useful is that?
That's so nice. That's way.
It doesn't like.
Oh, and if you scroll, you can zoom in and out with the magnifier.
Oh my goodness gracious.
It doesn't show you any of the like names on the items, but this is such a good thing that I just never. I was just looking through my controls today to try and remember how to switch between camera modes, and I was like, "What do you mean magnifying glass?
Dude, that's
When
so
did
nice.
this become a thing?"
Watch them have added it like
Holy.
Fuck, I found the
just a
secret
couple
guild.
days ago.
Oh, yeah.
what'd you say? You found the secret?
Yeah, it's
Secret Guild.
That's
Yeah,
good.
they're
though.
back. I'm waiting for Alice to get here to show you my favorite thing I added. Building. There we go.
Pez with us. Pez been back here 3 times. Dude, he needs to not be here. You need to stay on the boat.
Pat hasn't been caught yet. He's doing a good job.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Octavia and fucking Amerle are just booking it. Still,
Mhm.
maybe, possibly still alive? Wait, does
Yeah, who knows?
Andy know Anubis is out and about?
I don't think she does. And
No.
unfortunately, she won't be here tonight. She got her shot today, so she should hopefully be here next week. She just got really sleepy because her medicine.
True.
Okay.
But
Okay.
she's feeling a lot better. Like, she's actually exercising every day. She's got like a under desk bicycle where I think yesterday she biked 1,000 calories away.
Oh,
She's
nice.
just full of
My.
vim and vigor.
So
Well, I'm
I
glad
just
to hear
found,
that, bud.
I just found the art for Jim, Tim, Tom,
You found them?
Jom.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you could be. Yeah, they're at the building where they should be. You may.
They're so small, I can't read what's written on them.
Oh my god.
Here, I'll pull them over here and make them bigger for you, puppets. If you found
Okay.
them already. I had them kind of small because I was like trying to keep them. Oh.
I may have been looking for a certain building, so
Get disconnected. I hate
Oh,
it when
holy
they
Tim,
do
shit.
that.
oh my god, you actually wrote their name. You actually gave them name tag. What is Cage
His
Right?
last... Nah.
Cage Right Can? K-Drake?
K-Drake Con
Okay,
for K-Drake Constructions.
that's pretty good.
Sorry, I just see this and I immediately thought they were shirtless and very, very not dressed.
Oh my god, I see it. Thanks.
Tim.
Thanks a lot, Tipper.
No problem, friend.
Absolutely fucking naked.
Tim, Tom,
Well,
Tim,
you know, I
Tim.
didn't feel like coloring them in, so whatever it looks like to you, go for it.
My
They
God.
just have.
No, I have to save my child from this. No, I don't want them to be nearly butt
Is that their
ass.
hair, or are they all wearing coconut?
Yeah, they all have like Mo haircuts.
Do they have a star belt?
Yep.
Oh fuck.
These
They're all
people
little
look
star
so
belt
goofy.
buckles.
Why shouldn't we
This-
disintegrate them?
Oh
This
my
is
God.
starting to get
I'm gonna be honest. Duncan will probably punch them and get arrested for assault, and that's perfectly fine.
Especially since it's been 40 years since you've had any interactions with these people.
Mhm.
And they're so in with this city that they're constructing things here.
That explains
These
what.
motherfuckers.
And they're in the inner
Okay.
city too.
Yeah.
Maybe they changed their policies, maybe they didn't. But before,
whoa,
being in
whoa.
the inner city is big prestige.
So, to go along with what Alice asked me to do, Puppet, did you know that there were 2 more puzzles for you to solve in that library?
What?
Yep. You found the first.
What? The
I knew
fuck?
there was a lot of stuff in there that looked very off,
Oh shit! I finally
Yep.
found us.
There were 2 more puzzles.
but I couldn't I couldn't figure out where to even start with those other ones.
That's the point.
What were your theories on to what was wrong?
The pedestals.
It's always a
Yeah.
good guess.
What I think the pedestals are is if we go with the dividing up theory, each one of those represents a piece of the original Draken.
Which is still an insane theory that has no backing.
You know, those are usually the ones that are right to.
Okay.
Are they?
Okay, yeah. No, going more in depth about the fucking World Tree Mountains. Yeah, Joe. Give me some
I'm just
give me some
saying,
justification.
At least some of us are willing to come up with crazy theories instead of sticking to facts.
Oh.
You know,
I can
everything.
create crazy
Yeah,
shitpost
every fact-
theories all day if you'd
Every
like.
every
I don't know how I
fact,
feel about this.
every fact starts off as a theory, Tipper. So I don't want to hear from
Wait,
Mr. Science Man.
Hold on. Hold on.
wait. Why is that, dude? Did anyone else see that? Wait,
What?
wait. Look at this. Okay, play back. Let's see. It fucking glitches out.
Yeah, it's because you turn into a
Oh, yeah.
larger size.
Yeah, your hitbox gets bigger and starts hitting the buildings and shit.
What?
So some of these have different
fine with
hitboxes.
that one.
Yeah, I think the Civ 6 stuff
Oh,
is a
okay.
little bit less. Also, the edges of these islands are not actually solid, even though I don't know why the fuck they're not. So
I mean-
sometimes,
No.
yeah, you see, some parts are, some
Interesting.
parts aren't. And
Probably
there's
due to
no way to
like
tell.
poly count.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh, okay. I'm gonna stop doing that.
Oh.
If you want to be able to do
I-
it
no,
without
okay.
it causing lag,
So-
you just spawn another one and leave it on like the form you want it to be on. So if you switch
Oh,
it to
that's fair.
7,
Now,
and then anytime
okay.
you switch back and forth, it won't cause lag. It's gotta
I
be pre-
remember.
Oh shit.
Actually, if I
we just put
remember
one
the,
for each form? No, it's
Yeah.
okay. It's okay.
I remembered the reason why
I like
There you
this.
go.
we went into the 6-person theory thing.
Mhm.
Because it started with, what if it wasn't
Oh.
split? Like, despite Arimon being whole now, he was still missing some of his memories.
Oh, I see.
And there was like something weird about that we kind of was like, okay, there's something not normal going on with his memories for some reason.
Listen,
And then
I'm
it's
not
like,
getting into this. All I'm saying is you
Yeah.
had to be there.
basically it boils down to the only person
Yeah,
that would theoretically be around long enough to have the memories or do something would be Sisyphone. So the idea was Sisyphone was a part of Arimon. That's why he's so loyal, has all the memories. But
Sister
there
phone?
was shush,
Oh, hello,
shush.
Alex.
Let me get on the rant real quick.
On the
But then with the whole splitting the nightmare and the dream, it was the whole thing of
Are we back on the wheel again?
Tipper continues to be hostile towards the idea of the wheel.
Yeah, no, it's a buckshit crazy idea that has no backing.
I do agree. As the person who made the diagram, I do agree. It is batshit.
It's at the bottom of the fucking iceberg, to be honest.
It's not in the iceberg, it's in the murky depths below.
Yo, the island's bigger.
Yeah, no, there's a lot
Yeah.
of stuff.
The moral of the story is the dividing when we were talking about dividing the dreams and nightmare, and then there's a state in the between, which was the lucid. That's why we got in the idea of 3. But the thing is, count doesn't work in 3s. Count works in 6s. That's why it
6 is
came.
divisible by
didn't-
3.
I feel like
By the
Count
number
said
2.
something to the effect of like, he said something like, "When do I ever work in 2s or when do I ever work in 3s?" It was something like that.
Yeah,
it was
but
working 2s, yeah, because you guys were like debating
Because
between
they
different
were
things.
also hung up on 2.
Yeah, and then I was like, what things are 2? And then
dreams
there wasn't
and
any.
nightmares, but that wasn't
That
like
was it.
that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but the thing is, neither Arimon nor Freki showed any indication as to which side. But we saw with Draken was split towards.
Well, actually,
And
Could it...
Freki seemed kind of nightmarish to me, actually.
I'm not giving these kind of like fucking round earth
I-
theories any
now,
credence. Let's start this
no,
fucking
no.
world.
No,
You know,
I just
maybe
let me
that's
just
right.
let me just get out one more.
There's no air
I-
friction.
No,
Let
I
me
just
just-
want to say it's
Can I-
Tipper's hostility towards
Just one
them.
more thing. Just one more thing.
Just one more thing.
Dude,
Before you go.
you guys kept fucking talking over me. I don't even remember what I was gonna fucking say, dude.
Freki nightmare.
Arimon fucking piccoloed himself, dude. He dropped his shadow. I feel like Freki's either like Arimon's darkness or the nightmare. I thought that was the whole point, is that he became old and bitter and nightmarified. Morbified, you might say.
Boo.
Morbid time.
Listen, you had to be there. I don't remember the exact context. All
I
I'm
feel
saying
like
is
that's
you-
what I recall back when we were talking about Arimon trying to rejoin.
Because I feel like Count also said something about a certain
Because I
the way
thought
he
Freki
split
was
things.
tied to the nightmare somehow, like not like directly, but like
I don't think it was ever confirmed. I
thought
think
it
that was
something an NPC
assumed.
said or something.
No, we
Also,
looked through. I think we looked through the
if you're gonna say you
dialogue.
look through the notes, I'm gonna fucking smack you.
Do it.
You know those
Do
notes
it.
ain't gonna
Do
say
it.
shit.
Yeah,
So-
no, we
All
looked
right.
through the specific dialogue for
Also,
Freki.
one last thing. Why is Discord passive aggressively fucking remarking to me about not streaming Guild Wars 2?
Wow, holy shit.
Would you
BTF
mind sharing
fucking
some
O.
feedback on why you couldn't complete it, you little fucking wage slave? Can you explain to me why you couldn't finish that? Like, dude, what the
Alright.
fuck is wrong with you? Yeah, let's play.
So last time you guys took a boat, you sailed off to Mielabri. This time, you've arrived in Malapri because you booked passage on the one ship in this setting that nothing will fuck with.
And it only cost us like what, 10 gold?
Yeah,
No, it was
Yeah,
less
exactly.
than that.
it was very cheap. It was
Very
a
good
one
deal.
gold apiece.
I think you paid 10
reasonable.
because you didn't want
You wanted a fancier room.
Better room, yeah, he bribed for a better room.
I thought it was
No, I was paying for
Yeah.
my cohort, not my
It was
cohort,
five,
you know,
5 gold pieces.
my companions.
But I wrote down
Who
that you can
may or may
bribe
not
the
wanted
guy.
to.
You can bribe the guy for a nicer room. I wrote down.
somebody bribed him for a nicer room.
I
Tipper
think multiple.
made sure what's it called? Gorilla Monsoon wasn't
Monsoon.
about to get
That's
fucking
Monsoon Gorilla.
By,
It's
by
Just
the way-
monsoon. It's just monsoon.
by the way, for the record, right? I feel like I gotta state this, right? It's not a bribe; it's a tip for good service.
Please.
No, I
Gorilla's
was
good
literally
quality.
paying for the room. That is just a exchange in a service. That is just how currency functions.
Exactly.
You did bribe for a
Buying
better room.
more. It's not bribing. It's buying more.
Anyway,
Anywho.
You guys are here now.
Yeah,
What are you doing?
we gotta go find ourselves a library because bad people.
No.
Puppet, if you go to that fucking library, you know full well Umbra's going to reach out through
All right,
the painting,
hold on.
grab Vladislav and say, I know who you are.
I have an important question. Nib, I have an important question just for you. Just for you, Nib.
Yeah.
Are you cooking popcorn?
no, it's hailing outside.
No. Are you cooking popcorn?
It's been going on for like 5 minutes. You can't possibly cook popcorn for that long.
That's a
Unless
full
Alice is
popcorn.
streaming
Dude,
from a
I've got
fucking
the
movie
extra-
theater.
Actually, hail.
Dude, how sick would that be if I were in
Jesus.
a movie theater right now?
That would be
I'm
fucking.
Yeah, you're just.
I'm in the
Yeah.
middle of a live
Tabletop
movie.
up on the
Yeah,
projector.
no, this
That
place
would be
is
badass.
packed. They're airing a new movie, and I'm just talking about D&D.
Yeah, people.
Yeah, well,
people
they're
are
airing the
behind you like,
movie-
ma'am, can you please shut up?
No.
no. They're airing the movie adaptation of The Iceman Cometh.
I thought it was Morbius.
Oh man! All right, you're in the city. What are you doing? You're looking for a library?
Well, we gotta listen. I'm just saying we gotta find these bad
No, we're
people.
not.
We know where they're at. We know they're at a library of some kind. Okay, that's all.
No, we
I'm
don't
saying.
know. They're
Dude, okay, I have a
We
question.
literally saw them
I-
at the
I have a
library.
We know they're on a
It's
temple,
right.
actually.
I have a question.
It says library on the picture.
I don't even know why
Does-
we came here, to be honest with you.
That's
I'm
true.
going to. I'm
Does
going
the
to scream.
Does the Seekers Guild offer like information services or little pamphlets about the area you're in? Seems like a
No,
thing they
no.
do.
Find
Yeah,
out.
yeah. Let's go to the Seekers Guild.
Yeah,
Just to get our
honestly,
bearings.
let's check in. At least get the stamp on our little
Because like
passports for it.
for an adventurers guild,
You're here because
no, wait a
there were
second.
children being kidnapped, and you cried on the people who kidnapped them. And you saw they were here building this. The
Listen,
exact thing the
I-
puppet's spamming in the voice channel.
I know.
Oh,
I know
okay.
you already put it, but people are like, I don't remember there ever being a library.
Do they have like?
I wasn't there
Tipper-
for that session, to be
Tipper,
honest.
Tipper, are you implying that they have like a
Oh, you
like a
weren't
hole
there.
punch thing that you get at a coffee shop, but it's for countries visited?
No, your fucking passport. Do you not carry a passport around? How
No,
do you
because I don't
legally
leave the
enter
country.
these places?
I'm an undocumented immigrant from the Underdark.
I'm very concerned.
Yeah, I'm an undocumented immigrant from
Also-
another plane of existence. Yeah.
I like that Duncan not only files paperwork that doesn't exist at the Seekers Guild, but also carries around a passport in a world that no one can actually
No.
enforce their entire borders.
I can explain this. His dad, when he was a kid, like jokingly handed him a fucking passport. Here you go, champ.
And
then
it looked
he's
very
believed
convincing.
it. Duncan has believed it ever since, and he's been carrying it around.
And nobody questions it. They just stamp it with like a mail seal.
And it's like, whatever, dude. I don't care.
Duncan believes so much in law that he fabricates his own beliefs in paperwork.
This is,
Great.
this is
Wrong
when we
with
find
this
out,
man.
like, a year later, that
You're a
Duncan is actually just reborn from another world.
Duncan,
He
you're
has
the
like all
paladin
this
of
information about
bureaucrats.
law.
I was a border
You
guard.
have to realize, Duncan opposes savagery. The ultimate opposition of savagery is proper documentation and bureaucracy, kids.
I am beginning to hate the paladin. Please tell me we don't all.
He's been doing this since session 1, man. I don't know, like, it's not a new thing. He's been keeping this up the whole time.
So
But he's lawful good, so it's not that bad.
It could be worse.
Kylon starts heading off, just wandering into town, not really paying attention to what you guys are doing. He's doing that thing that he does every time he gets somewhere new, where he just starts staring at the ground and like walking.
Oh, he's reading strings again. Honestly, have
I
fun,
actually-
Kylon. Don't get hurt.
Actually, I have a question. I completely forgot about this. There are knowledge checks. Can I just do a cursory knowledge check, see if I know any tidbits about Malapri?
Yeah.
Hang on. I gotta pull up my sheet. My browser is refusing to autofill for it, so I have to go into fucking Google Sheets and pull it up.
I thought you said blow it up for a second. I'm like, why are you blowing up Google Sheet?
They know what they're doing.
So that's a 35. Is there anything like just the big sweeping stuff about Malapri?
35 is you can get plenty. They are a fairly large town. They're not Goldenberg or Goldenberg size, but they're larger than Cauldron. They have a pretty. Their little city-state separates, people from the city-state and those not from it to different islands on it, and they don't really interact with each other much besides the sort of class of people that are the go-between, the merchant of Malapri, the only ones who really interact with people from outside the city. Everyone else kind of sticks to their own and does their own thing. The only time you'll see someone who isn't a merchant outside of like their island is at the Great Forge, which is where most everyone in the city works, some capacity, or is involved with it. Either they're making food for the people who work there, or they work there, or they're people who transport the stuff from there to the merchant island. But they don't really interact with outsiders much. Keep to themselves. They're pretty cloistered as it comes, as people come. And they don't really they don't mind visitors, but they don't you're not allowed on their central island, onto their home island. It's not allowed. They don't let anybody on there. The only people who are ever there are people who are directly invited by someone who currently lives there.
Is this the Central Island? This one?
It's these two larger islands. And then the other thing is that they bury their dead in a sort of necropolis, like a monument. They have an island that's sort of just a monument to their dead. Which is what this one over here with all the little shrines along the.
I just wanna run up to Kylon real quick, just to catch his attention for a second. Do you know about the customs here?
Do I know what?
About their customs? There's certain places you aren't allowed to go here.
Oh, I was
you
gonna
have
head over to
find
the
your
Seekers
thread or
Guild,
something, but we were gonna go there too, actually.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I just figured I'd follow my path, but it led me to this alleyway, and that's not right. I was following the wrong string. Turns around.
I just thought, just in case you were going to find your string, there are certain places that are off limits to us, at least.
Okay, I'll try to avoid those.
It's the I'll point out. You know what? He'll figure it out.
I feel like
just Pudgy just follow him around.
I'm gonna go to the Seekers Guild with my friends.
Alrighty. So you guys eventually work your way around. You talk to some people. You find out that the Seekers Guild is the next island over, and there's like little ferries that go back and forth constantly. You go over, and you wait 20 or 30 minutes, get on the little ferry. Takes another 20 or so minutes. Pudgy ends up leading Kylon over. Take the ferry over to this island. And, you ask people the directions, and they point you to the sea, which is up a little bit on this hill, surrounded by these cliff faces, rock.
Walking in as this behemoth.
You definitely get some odd looks, but nobody tries to stop you.
I thought sun and giants are actually lawful neutral aligned.
I mean, not everyone knows every single creature's alignment just by looking at it.
Yeah, they just see a fucking huge being of flame, which honestly, this might not be the worst town to be that in.
Yeah,
because they kind
ground,
of revere fire.
Yeah, it's like they literally this is a city of iron and flame.
But in a lot of other cities, that might not fly.
But everything here is made of brick and stone. There's not really any wood. Everything here looks like it's made not to be flammable because they may have had issues with that in the past. But yeah, you arrive at the Seekers Guild. It's pretty much the same as every other building. They have this sort of standardized building that they build with the little office at the front, a little restaurant or eatery off to the left side, some offices off to the right side, and then some dorms back on the second floor. It's just this sort of standard Seekers Guild.
That standard Seekers Guild.
Mm-hmm. So what are you doing here?
Alright guys, let's think about this.
Well, we gotta find some way... Well, first off, we gotta figure out where this library is that we saw on the map.
We could
Well, you know what?
Library somewhere.
Don't go to the restaurant and gather information from other adventurers around here.
Alright.
Oh, true, I want to do that
information
too.
check. Yeah, use a check for that.
The intention of the gather information on the chance we where's the ice?
God, why did it set the roller strips up so high?
Yeah, also I found a build now it's up high. I forgot to tell you. Oh, just kidding. I'm bad at gather information. I got distracted by a wonderful
24.
sailor.
I got a 25.
There's a flying building somewhere?
Yep, right here.
Really?
I think you just
man.
raised it up a little bit.
Oh, yeah, look at that. It just didn't go down.
Oh,
There we go.
that's
Yeah, I copied and pasted a lot. Oh, yeah, there's the other one. Well, turns out when you select everything, not everything listens.
Almost everything listens.
Decides to do its own thing.
Yep. Alright. So it was a 25 on gather information. What was you wanted to gather information on?
A library.
Nobody's really talking about a library or seems to know anything about it. There doesn't seem to be any kind of library on the, public island. Everything here seems to be, a lot of housing. Pretty much just housing, on this island. The island you came from seemed to be, just a lot of warehouses and, merchant companies. Not even, shop, just, full-on trading companies.
Warehouses and offices.
Just them storing stuff to trade with the Miloprine
Right.
for iron. And then this island is all the housing for the people who essentially live in the city but are not citizens. So the merchants and the bureaucrats who deal with each other and the Miloprine.
So it looks like we just need to figure out if anybody's managed to get invited in.
And how?
Or I have a question. What are the demographics of the people here?
The people on these outer islands is a mixture of pretty much every people. You see, dragonborn, elves, dwarves, gnomes, humans, halflings. It's a very much a mixing pot. People from all over come here because this is one of nobody has really found iron in their land. Everybody comes here for it because everything here seems to be all the stone in Milipri is iron-rich stuff, ore. You could pick up a rock off the ground and it's gonna be some of the best ore for iron there is. The rocks themselves are crusted in red.
That fucking ironwood seed that I gave to the Empire must be fucking insanely valuable then.
Mm-hmm.
As a secondary source of iron.
You did not realize how big a deal it was when you gave them that.
That's not a secondary source of iron. That ironwood tree seed plants a whole forest of iron.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean.
That is a primary source.
Yeah, no, they don't need to trade with them anymore. They
have enough iron for their whole empire.
The ability to essentially just lock themselves into their own little antics.
They don't have to fuck with anyone else. They can just vibe and accrue power silently.
Until they get nukes in the Civ game and they kill
which
them.
Is
like
what
we know what happened. We know what's about to happen with them.
The Empire's been chilling for what the last 50 years unspoken to.
Yep. At least campaign wise.
Anyway, I rolled a 1, but I did get a plus 20 to that check. Can I, instead of getting any useful bits of lore relating to the library, get more confused and ask around why are there guns on the roof of these buildings?
You ask somebody, they're like, oh, that's a wild story. So it seems like about 40 years ago, this pirate warlord broke into the king's throne room. And they had this really, they hit it off, and so he was spared the death penalty and released from the city, but with a don't come back policy. However, the guard were really upset with this, and they spent quite a while trying to figure out how they got in. And the only way they could assume was that they must have flown in somehow. And so, all around the city, they've built these anti-air weapons. And they called them Gigi after Geigel's gun.
Oh.
Oh, shit.
Interesting. So then, are you not allowed to fly in this city, I assume?
Nobody really does. I don't know if it's not allowed. It's never really been brought up. But I think everybody just assumes it's better not. You don't.
Yeah.
The Militaries are pretty intense with their defense stuff. They don't really like people making them uncomfortable, and it's just, there's never really been an accident, but nobody really wants to try it,
I see. What an interesting tidbit of fact. This is a good sandwich.
Yep. Best in Milipri. Alright. Anybody else doing any kind of checks?
Hold up. Did they say it's Milipri? I thought they didn't have animals.
They import a lot.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh, wow.
Can I...
Basically everything that they have that isn't stone or iron is imported. But they also have a monopoly on iron. Process, that's the word I'm looking for. They're the only ones who can really do it. The dwarves have other metals, but they don't have just raw iron. Which is why most of their stuff is mithril and other rare and expensive metals. Iron's a pretty...
I imagine.
Yeah, exactly. It's iron is pretty much a Malapre exclusive. It's like a rare or weird rock that comes from here. That's incredibly useful. That people have like they just buy it by the shipload. If you look over, you can see the Republic has dozens of ships here. Just to like, they're constantly trading. They're bringing stuff in, taking iron out.
So, do they also? It's like mostly iron, but imagine all the alloys are actually like steel.
They don't even make steel. They just literally pump out cast iron and they
I
just
thought
ship
they
it
were
off.
making the not Damascus,
That's for
but the other one.
themselves.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, they have this beautiful. It's now that you've said it, I've forgotten it, but it's the type of steel that's made in like Sri Lanka.
Give me a
Fuck.
second, I'm getting a call.
Oh god, you mentioned that steel like a couple of days ago.
Woods, it's Woods.
I know.
Woods, thank you. But yeah, it's that beautiful Woods steel, which their armor is made of, and is very like it's very decorative. But they don't trade that with outsiders. But you can see like their guards walking around with breastplates and like just some minor armor, just enough that they're not gonna get like. It's not like a lot of armor, but it's enough.
How can I ascertain the race or demographics of the Inner Isles?
I'm back.
All the guards you've seen have been humanoid. But they all walk around with these sort of face, like they wear these full face coverings and helms, so you can't really see. Like they cover themselves up quite a bit. But asking around, you can find out that most of the people within the walls are humans or half elves. But that's about it. There's nothing really exotic here.
Okay, guys, hear me out. What if I shapeshift into one of these guards and then just lead us to the main island?
Why do we have
I feel like
to
that's
resort
That
to
sounds
that
very
first?
illegal.
That sounds
just
incredibly
going to
illegal.
go talk to the Seekers Guild and ask if they know anything.
Fair.
Colin will join in that.
My
Alright, what do you
vote
ask?
is try to do diplomatic means before anything else.
What do you you go up to like the keeper of the guild, the one who sits at the desk all day. What are you asking her?
I'm just letting her know that we are tracking a dangerous group of people. We believe that they could be located near a library in the city, so if they happen to know where any libraries could be.
She shakes her head. No, I'm sorry. I don't know anything about the layout of the inner city. I've never been there.
Do you know any ways we could diplomatically get into the inner city?
The only contact I have that has rights to the inner city is the Viceroy. But I don't know how willing he would be to assist. His family is in a state of mourning at the moment, and so they're not really accepting visitors.
Oh, what happened?
I believe his father passed away recently.
Oh, guys, it's not. It can't be. The Viceroy can't be.
How long have they been in a state of mourning? And how recent has it been?
I think it's been a few months.
It can't be. It can't be. It can't be.
What?
It can't be. Arthur's son is the Viceroy. I'm calling it now.
No, the Viceroy's father. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yikes.
That would be awesome.
I mean, that actually would be really good for us because we are actively trying to pass out Arthur's will. here.
Yeah. Out of curiosity, who was the Viceroy's father associated with the city? Or was it
Apparently,
just like a personal death?
well, no, their family is from here. Apparently, the Viceroy's grandfather was born or lived most of his early life in the city.
Fuck.
So they've been here for quite a long time.
I see.
They're draconic in nature, so they live very long lives.
Out of curiosity, have we ever learned of the person that we're working for Arthur? Because we know that he used to be that.
He was the mayor of Cauldron.
I imagine we've seen depictions of him in Cauldron.
Yeah.
No, there was nothing for him in Cauldron.
They tore his shit down the moment he fucking went into the ground.
They did him so dirty, dude. I'm mad about that.
So dirty.
Put respect on Arthur Alarian's name, you fucking foul dogs. That man did not have to go through the shit that he went through, but he went through it. For the sake of a city that he loved. How fucked up is that? He was just a dude who was good with fucking books.
Hey, but you know what this means? There's a grandchild.
Hey, do you think that, do you think this guy got the, powerful ass alleles? It skipped a generation? Did we ever...
turn Super Saiyan?
Who the fuck did Arthur marry?
You guys never met Arthur's partner.
It's true.
You always talked to him while he was at work.
I never... Well, actually, that's true. I did talk to him once.
Yeah, we all.
In the
talked to
second
him-
just still. No, as Talons.
Yep.
Yeah,
And we talked to him once as orcs.
I think
I
we
was
did.
not
got-
there for that.
I think we did once in the 3.5, maybe.
So,
You've all several times have been like once a campaign where these demigods stroll into his office, question him for 20 minutes, and then leave. Arthur had it bad.
Not to mention,
Funny thing is,
Kato.
not all the time they were, not all the time. It's not Kato, is it?
Kato, no, not Kato.
I don't think Arthur would ever get near enough to Kato to even talk to them in person. Let alone date and then marry and then have children with. I think
Listen,
Arthur would off
That
himself
family is a bit weird.
well
Like-
before that point.
No, I'm pretty sure.
Lorelai seduced Umbra with poison tea.
Was that the method through
Holy
which they became acquainted? I thought that was like, I'm married to you. I'm gonna keep trying to kill you because you know I'm a drow.
I thought that was
They
the
were-
flirty part.
That was and she just kept doing it, but the whole like one of the
He's
first
immune to
items
poison,
that he had,
right?
was originally he had a amulet of like poison like immunity because he was a diplomat and that felt like an important thing for him to have.
Yeah,
And
You don't
then
wanna
he just
get poisoned.
developed poison immunity as time went on. I gave him poison immunity after like 200 years.
200 years of being
And he
poisoned.
poisoned him every day, yeah. I felt like even with the magical amulet, he might gain a little bit of resistance.
That makes sense.
Well, especially because she's a drow.
Yeah.
Yeah, those fucking
The
poison-
most well-known poisoners.
And Andy was later on said that she was doing like she continued it, like Lorelai continued it because she wanted Arthur to like find if anything could actually hurt him, so that she would know what to watch out for.
That's so sweet in such a fucked up way.
It's such a drow way, right? I'm going to continually try to kill you to find out what can actually kill
I
you.
need to
I
test
know
your
how to stop
limits
it.
so that I can protect you.
I love that me and Andy have two vastly different way of playing Drow.
Well, you
Dude,
just
I don't know,
played
that's-
Drizzt.
Seems pretty similar in all honesty.
But yeah.
I don't play Drizzt. He is too good for me.
And so with that, that's the information that you get for those questions. Anything else?
Duncan is going to try to put 2 and 2 together because I believe we were informed that the mayor of this other nation died months ago, and also I believe we were given a tidbit of information that their body was taken away as well. And nobility died. Nobility gets around. That's just a common thread. If you're rich, you fuck with other rich people. And he's gonna use that as justification. Like, who was this father? Do we have a name?
Well, let's see. I believe his name was Arthur because the viceroy is Brennan Arthur, and the people of the city take their parents' names as their last name.
Like Arthur Alarian?
Yes.
Wait, this actually matters to Colin. Colin would know that name.
Yeah, Colin lived in that
Oh
city.
yeah, probably.
Yeah,
Like
Colin would actually know Arthur's
the
name.
people of Cauldron really loved Arthur, right? I'd
Yeah,
imagine, considering like all that he fucking did for hundreds of years for them.
Yeah, the city went from like a not a great place full of crime to a very safe
And
place.
if it wasn't clear how much he had done, it would have been after he died and everything immediately went to shit.
Yeah, like everyone was like, it's another day in Cauldron, and then he died, and then it was like, oh fuck, what's happening?
Oh no,
We didn't
turns
plan for that one.
out Cauldron was actually bad.
He was
Before
kind
he
of
showed
keeping everything up.
Listen,
It turns out his micromanaging was really important.
I hadn't known his family was from Malapri.
Yes, they originated here. I believe their line started here, and they intend to end it here. Whenever their line ends. They hold many of the. If I am correct with my information, most of their dead are buried on the Holy Island, so they're well respected here.
What?
Then
Out of character. What?
They
How
have
big's
an
this
acropolis.
In Malapri, if you do not contribute to the city more than you cost,
No. Sorry. I just misunderstood that. I thought they just kind of were like, yeah, no, their family's pretty large. They're all buried here.
Oh, kind of were saying that, yeah.
I only
So-
knew about
Oh, sorry. You go.
how. I barely knew he had a son.
Well, there were his 2 brothers, his sister, their children, I think their grandchildren currently live within the city walls. But I don't know, that's about as much as I know about their family line, because really only the Viceroy and his brother are really that important to the city at the moment. And his brother's very far away, off doing something. I think he works as an ambassador with Anuam.
Wait, sorry, what did she say?
That he worked as an ambassador.
The Viceroy?
No, his brother.
No, his brother.
Works as
So
an
the Viceroy's
ambassador with
brother.
Anuam.
Okay.
Yeah.
For some
Like-
reason, I
Like an
wasn't
ambassador to Malapri?
He
In Ottawa?
works. He is the ambassador of Malapri to Anuam.
Yeah.
For some reason, I wasn't sure if you were talking about the Viceroy having brothers or Arthur having brothers. But now I know. Now I know. Both.
Well, Arthur didn't have any brothers, but
Okay.
Umbra, they said, had 2. I believe I said 2 brothers and a sister.
Oh.
I thought Arthur did have siblings, though.
No.
Really?
Yeah. Arthur was a
we-
very. He had people that he considered family and brothers and sisters, but he did not have any biological brothers and sisters.
Well, Gingy.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, you know.
Yeah. And then, like, his cousins were, you know, as close as brothers and sisters.
Oh, okay.
Many of those.
Gotcha.
It was one of those communal household kind of thing.
Right.
Where
so
the
they
whole
may as
family
well
just
have been
lives together.
siblings.
Yeah.
So there was
And
somebody...
Arthur held many pacts with many people. He had many covenants.
This family controls like 4 seats of power in this world, by the way, just so everyone knows.
I'm beginning to understand just how powerful this family is.
They're the Illyrians, dude.
Anyway,
well,
if there is any way to reach out to the Viceroy, I think they might be willing to at least hear our case, as we're acting on the orders from the late Arthur.
Oh, well, that definitely would make them a little bit more interested. I would think. Do you have some...
Pulls out the quest paperwork.
Ah, perfect. All right, they take a look at it.
That guy, I see.
Yeah, they look at it and they're like, "Yeah, this looks right. It's got the correct seal for his house."
Yeah. The seeker immediately has a bead of sweat drip down their face. Oh shit! It's this guy.
It's the paperwork guy. I thought he was only a legend.
Duncan is the nightmare.
I thought he died 40 years ago.
He made it to Bahamut, but I didn't think he'd make it here.
They look at it and they're like, "Yeah, that's his house seal. I imagine if you present this at their gates, you could very well get an audience. If you leave now, you could probably catch them for their lunch audience."
How do we get there?
He points out. He's just like, "Okay, so you go to that much larger, taller island, and you take if you just ask one of the ferrymen to take you to the Viceroy's home, they'll know where to take you. But it's over there in sort of a there's like a little passage in there. There's actually like almost like a little lake inside there with another little island, and that's where they live."
Oh, wonderful! Thank you for the information.
But the ferryman will get you there.
Let's try to catch their lunch.
Welcome.
As Duncan
good luck
rushes out the door.
All right. As you rush out the door, Kylon arrives, looking at the ground, literally staring at his feet.
You want to meet with the Viceroy?
All right. He turns around
Come on.
and just starts following you.
Grabs him by the shoulder. Grabs him by the shoulders. All right, we're going.
Goes with you. All right. Who else going to the Viceroy's house?
Yeah,
I'm definitely going.
I'm going.
Oh,
I guess I'll
100%.
go.
All right.
Wonder where Pay went off to. Probably not.
He's right there in the middle of the group.
Sure.
Okay. You coming with us,
He
Ben?
looks at you. He's like, "Yeah, I want to meet the Viceroy."
Okay. Ferryman, we're going to the Viceroy.
Wait. Hang on. I want to make a sense motive on that. I'm gonna take 10 for a 40.
I can't trust
Genuinely
anything.
wants to meet the Viceroy.
No, but like, what kind of intent is that? Is that curiosity or malice?
Excitement.
Okay.
I think that's a sign that even your 40 wasn't high enough.
No, I mean like
It's a good chance to meet nobility.
He hasn't been here in 40 years, okay?
Yeah,
Thanks,
exactly.
And he keeps getting away with shit, dude. He keeps getting away with
Come on,
shit.
even the wanted posters about him were taken down at least 40 years ago.
Whoa, what wanted posters?
He never got caught.
Nobody knows who he is.
Dude, all his crimes keep getting pinned on other people.
Yeah, they probably noticed that all the weapons were gone after the guy who left. That son of a fucking bitch.
What I think is that like Pet would just follow Geigel around for like fucking 20 years probably after that. and just commit crime. It's like
Why
a
the-
symbiotic relationship.
Why do you
It's not
think
even
everyone wanted him
parasitic.
dead?
It's just like Geigel is like, I know what you're doing, and keep doing it, man. I want my bounty to get as high as possible. Okay, keep doing that shit.
Listen, I want
I'll
them to
take it. I'll take the
indent a
blame.
medal.
But
Far
I
more
just don't want you. I don't want you to think you're getting one over on me here. I want you to keep doing it.
His
I
weight
can
in
imagine.
pure adamantine.
I can't wait
So,
to hear
yeah.
the story of how Geigel eventually died.
I'm sure we'll be there
That's-
for it.
Take
That's some big
The boat
implications there
over-
above it.
to the fair. All right, everybody move. If I didn't move you, grab wherever you put yourself and move yourself. Yeah, here we go. There's some
He
people
doesn't-
here. Grab
Geigel
them,
doesn't
move them.
die. He just sits on a rock one day, and he just stops moving and turns to salt. Just a crystal. Just like, I'm done.
I no longer vibe with this plane. Pfft, turn
Die
to
Doesn't do it,
silver.
just solid sapphire.
Yeah.
Time to take on hell.
All right, so yeah, you arrive. The island is very nice. There's people gardening. There's people like brushing the gravel to flatten it, and like some people are drawing like designs in it. There's little kids running around. There's a lot of people that look like, you know, that are from the other central islands, just on this one, enjoying themselves. There's a lot of grass and trees. There's people picnicking. It almost seems like this is like a little park.
Yeah, look at that.
Look how
Everyone
corny
else.
that is.
Yay. Public space. Very fun.
And you walk down the path, and you get some like strange looks, some inquisitive gazes, some children kind of following behind Vlad and Duncan, looking at these like giant armor-bound people. They've never seen people with so much metal on them before. Because even
Or
their
the
guards
will-o-wisp.
wear motion.
That's
blocking.
right, kitty.
The
This is a
will-o-wisp,
Dragonlance.
surprisingly, you as a will-o-wisp draw less attention. They seem not as surprised to see a little will-o-wisp floating by.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense given their necropolis.
Yeah, that's fair.
As soon as you arrive on the island and begin to walk down that path, Pad disappears. Just steps to the side into a bush and is gone.
Son of
That's
a bitch.
fine.
Hmm.
Duncan was distracted.
Pudgy.
I swear to God, if he tries to get us in trouble here, I'm gonna fucking kill him.
Pudgy just like flops down on like a sunny spot of gravel and just lays out flat, and little kids just start like climbing.
Yeah,
up on
he's
him,
gonna
but he doesn't move at
retrieve
all.
pets from the kids. Classic pet strategy.
Just
I
getting himself some attention and enjoying some sunlight.
want to give Pudgy an apple or something and then walk away.
Yep, he chomps it. No questions asked. You put it in his mouth and you and it's gone. He does no more. They're not even a second chew. Just one crunch
God
and
damn,
then nothing.
that's efficient.
Impressive. So,
Does he
Pudgy.
even enjoy it?
And yeah, so you arrive at the house. You show your letter to the waitstaff. The seneschal goes inside, and a few moments later, and let me see, where's my boy? Right, here we go. It's a little bit bigger than you
Oh,
guys.
oh,
Oh,
look at this dude.
Okay.
looks very
I
different than
love
imagined.
that. He's got kind of a serpent head.
Why does he have antlers?
What do you think?
I'll post this in the 35 stuff. Plot. There you go. And he comes out in, this very vibrant bluish purple silk cloth covered in, goldish plate armor. Very obviously decorative and not useful in any way. Just very much like a sign of station. Mostly just to match his scales. He comes out, his very lizard-like eyes blink at you one at a time. And he's like, Hello there. I heard you are a group that was working for my father?
Yes. I'm
Around-
very sorry.
Yeah.
I'm terribly sorry for your loss, sir.
Yes. Well, walk with me. And he just begins to, like, walk down the gravel path.
We'll follow.
And so he's just like, what exactly was this job? He says, while kind of, moving his hands around a lot. He definitely is one of those people who talks with his hands.
In truth, we're still attempting to decipher that ourselves. It seems, by some hand or another, this mission has been veiled in secrecy, although we do know we chase a group called the Cagerites. And they
Cagerites?
seem... Do you know of
Wait.
them?
Well, yes, they're a group of stonemasons who have worked with the town and worked with my father quite a bit when I in Cauldron. They moved here for some 40 odd years ago when they were assaulted in wherever they were working last. Ever since then, they've worked here.
Hang on. I gotta look through my notes.
That was you. That was you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm just...
One of the reasons we're the main thing your father wanted to do before he passed was find an answer to where all the children had been disappearing all over the world. And
There's children disappearing from all over the world? That's quite a, Well, I mean, I imagine kidnappings happen almost everywhere.
It's a
Are you
very
saying that they're connected? That's
elaborate
quite a,
string of
We
events
proved it
within
was.
within Cauldron. After your father passed, this group placed a kind of puppet actor in charge as mayor of the city. And within his residence, we found statues of children, which were indeed children turned to stone from all across the world.
it's best not to go into too much terrible detail, but they were looking for a handful of children, and regrettably, they found mine.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I can't even begin to imagine. And he like puts a hand on your shoulder very solemnly. If there's anything I can do to, I would be willing. This is my father's will. He was very meticulous, and if he wasn't very explanatory with it,
You said he worked with the Cagerites in the past?
he had commissioned them for several structures over the years, I believe. Usually clock towers or other, sky-reaching structures. They were particularly good stonemasons. They are. I believe they're working on a library in the central quarter right now.
Okay. Out of character, I have it written down that the newly analyzed document mentioned the Cagerites. Is that incorrect?
I think that's right.
The newly analyzed document.
When we went to the Seekers Guild and we talked to a keeper and she was like, yeah, give me a second. She passed it through her machine or whatever.
Yeah,
And got a little bit of information out of it.
The
Not the
secret
little
paper that
juice.
she gave you, mentioned the Cagerites may be involved.
That they may be involved, yeah.
And then we definitely confirmed that whenever we found the real Lord Orbeus, who is also the grandfather beholder.
Now, how do I explain that to some dude who's just trying to live his life?
that Arthur was trying to find who was stealing the kids. We found where the kids were being stolen to, and we freed the ones there. But we also learned that there was not enough kids there for a cyclical process that has supposedly been going on for hundreds of years, implying that this will continue unless something happens.
Unless we did what we did. And
So we're
released
trying to investigate every thread humanly possible, including the cage rights who are potentially associated with this. As it would make sense, as they are called cage rights, and if they make good structures in cages, it would make sense that they are
more
responsible.
specifically, we know that Orbius it literally has been with those guys.
Yeah, we've seen the Beholder with them.
Yeah. So yeah, we know a known associate of the cage rights is a primary suspect in this children kidnapping case.
All right, well, make whoever is given this information make a diplomacy check.
I will do that, and I will take 10 on that for a 4D.
Well, he seems more than happy to help. What can I do? What can I do to him?
We really would just like to be able to see this library for ourselves and to be able to investigate it. But I know, for Malapri specifically, this is a difficult process.
He stops and thinks, yes, this is not. It's a little protocols, but I think. I know. He waves his hands over to one of the older men kind of just sitting under a tree. And the guy comes over and he's like, "This is my good friend, Galen. Galen is at the local temples, one of the many, good 40% of the population. He will be happy, I'm sure." And as this man comes over, Brennan takes him to the side, kind of just speaks to him for a moment. You can hear he's just explaining the situation. And Galen, "Oh yes, I'll be quite happy to help. Oh yes, just let me go get my basket." And he wanders back over to the tree.
I love this place, man. I
love a basket full of just random bread. It looks like it's just a collection of breads and what looks like a thermos of some kind, but made of just wood. And he's, "Oh, come with me. We can take my boat." And he just wanders down to the docks where there's a little rowboat, and he's motioning for everybody to get in. And then Pudgy comes up and says, "Oh, that I don't know if that'll fit." And then Pudgy just kind of flops in the water, just
he's gonna swim.
just starts swimming alongside the boat.
Pudgy is now
Pudgy
on
paddle.
the spot.
Yeah. Pudgy seems to just move perfectly within the water, as if he was made to be here.
Truly the apex of creation.
Yeah, what the fuck, dude?
And with that, you guys are brought over to the main island, where Galen sort of gives a minor explanation to the guards, who look, at this a little bit suspiciously, but when Brennan's name is brought up, and this was something, this was that they're looking into kidnapping children, and someone from within the city is involved. The guards, very quickly move out of the way and allow you through. Still looking, still giving you the side eye, as is everybody in the streets. They're not particularly comfortable with you being here, but with Galen leading the way, kind of hobbling along. He's one of those people who is, spent way too much time out in the sun, and they're skin kind of looks a little bit more like leather than skin at this point. But he's wearing like a bright orange sort of toga, essentially. And he just leads you through the street until you get over here. Realized somehow got he leads you over, and then he points you to the library, where you can see there's quite a few people out in front of the library, and there's scaffolding going up around this sort of tower on the top of it that looks like it's a later addition to this much older, much more drab-looking building. It looks like they're trying to spruce the building up a little bit, do a little bit of redecorating, trying to make it match everything else. And you can see sitting around like a little table in front of the building are these 4 men who are near identical to each other. The only distinguishing features for each of them is they each have a little name tag that says, "Hello, my name is," and then
Tim, Tom, Jim, and John.
exactly.
My arch nemesis.
Jom?
Yes.
Yeah, JHOM.
Goofy motherfucker.
Oh no, sorry, it's JOHM.
It looks like his name is now JOM. Because I forgot the H in my note.
Son of a bitch.
He lied to you the first time.
Oh, do they really look like that?
They've got the Mo haircut from the Three Stooges. A little curly mustache, a little pointed goatee.
Pentagram belts.
Yep, they're wearing like a white shirt, some just like white pants, with some white shoes.
These
and they're all
guys
sitting
just
on this like table with a bunch of like paper, and they're just like drawing stuff up, filling stuff out, passing paper to each other, arguing about what they're gonna have for lunch. They don't
These
seem
guys have
particularly
grit.
interested in everything else that's going
said
on
that?
around them.
Who the hell said that? Is that an audio clip?
way off guard.
No.
Yeah,
these
they
guys
they're
scream
doing
evil.
they're doing their own thing. They look weird and out of place, but they also look like they're having a lot of fun.
How, if they saw us right now, what do you think? How fucking freaked out would they be if we just like rolled up on them right now? Like,
It's
hey,
been 40
what's up?
years, you son of a bitch.
Oh man,
there's,
they're
like-
in perfect fireball range.
There's a good like 30, 40 people all around here working on this besides them.
Perfect.
You can see that like there's this building literally just says library on a little overhang, and then it's got a door with a little draconic head over it, and on the door there's some words written in draconic. If you can read draconic,
I can read that.
Yep.
I'm a dragon.
It just says praise be to Bahamut. And that's it. This building, besides that, is very plain in comparison to all the other buildings around it. Besides the new spire that they're building on the top.
Alright, how do we approach this?
I didn't think we'd get this far, to be honest with you.
We
I can
walk
turn
up to them?
invisible and scout if you want.
I could also turn this.
Chipper, I guess it has been 40 years, but Duncan did talk to them in,
I did.
Yeah, we
I'm
did.
pretty
whenever
sure.
we were-
Yeah, a couple
Again,
people
I
did.
wasn't there for that session, so I don't
No,
know
no,
what
you weren't
happened.
there, then Duncan did.
No, I'm pretty sure he was, because I'm pretty sure Duncan was, because we just sat, we talked to them at the
No.
bar.
That was
I think
that was Gio's character in Cendrus. And Cendrus talked to them.
right.
Yeah, I was apparently kidnapped at that point. I remember coming back and you said I was kidnapped. Well, like, not there. I don't even remember, to be honest.
I don't remember.
Namely because I wasn't there.
I know Ati was there, which would have made this a bit more.
You guys had a pretty amenable conversation with them until they got jumped.
That
They
was-
got jumped later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was on their way back home by
We were out of
Avery's
ideas.
guys, Agnes.
Wait, we wanted to
Out of
we wanted to get-
ideas, you walked up and showed them a pendant and they got fucking scared.
Oh, and didn't she say something really creepy, just like, have you seen your grandfather?
I think you did. You
Yeah,
did say
she
something
did.
like that.
Yeah.
Just
she
walk
broke
up
into
with the
their
line
house.
again.
She broke into her house, stole something from her house, brought it to them, and then was like, "Is this your grandfather?" And then they're like, "Grandpa, help us!" And then Grandpa helped them.
It is what it is.
Okay. I cannot remember. Does Colin know that a beholder took his son?
I'm
No.
pretty sure.
No.
Unless you guys have told him, like that's who was leading.
Unless we told him.
That we probably would
We
have.
probably
imagine we
did
would.
give him a basic rundown of what we know, because I mean, his
Then,
kid got
Yeah, we had a
kidnapped.
couple of weeks on that boat to give him the rough news.
Yeah, then you know a beholder-esque creature.
I could have shown him the
A
pendant,
platinum beholder,
too.
right?
Yeah, you can show him the
It's an
pendant.
infernal beholder.
Oh, an old infernal, but he's old.
Oh yeah, do I smell
Yeah.
anything?
Around here? No.
Okay.
No evil is smelt upon the breeze.
Mm.
Besides the leftover smells of pet. But he
Where is-
doesn't. He smells more like a nuisance than directly evil.
Where did he go?
Thank God he didn't tag along onto the main island. Surely.
Anyway,
Oh. It's cute that you think he went to the main island.
yeah, if no one has any ideas, I was just gonna walk up to them and start questioning, like asking them, simple things.
I was
Are
gonna
the
ask.
cage rights.
I was gonna
things like
ask, do we
that.
want to walk up and get information from these guys, or like, I don't know what y'all want to do.
Yeah, let's confront them.
I
So
feel like
what?
with
Try-
confrontation, from what I'm figuring out, from what I'm learning, you really got to do it like a slow burn. Like,
Yeah.
hey, I see you guys are doing work here. Hey, did you do any work in Cauldron back in the day?
Yeah, give them the
roll it off
Columbo
like that.
effect. Let them walk into the trap.
Exactly. All right. Yeah, you guys got this.
Vlad, what are you doing?
Vlad isn't really a big conversationalist. Vlad's probably just like,
Yeah, I mean, go check out the library.
Yeah, I'm sure there's stuff to learn
Books
inside there.
I'm just going. What's everybody else doing? Like, what's Colin
Son of
doing?
a bitch. Son
Who
of a
all's
bitch.
going
Puppet.
into the library?
Don't do this. Don't do this, Puppet.
I
Listen,
value my character.
I did not. I have not said anything about going inside the library. I just said what's Colin doing.
I'm trying to decide that. I've been debating this, and I don't know how rational he would be right now, knowing that these people.
Make a wisdom check.
Oh fuck.
Oh fuck! What's my wisdom? That wisdom's a 17, so not bad. That's a +3. Oh. 7. That's a 10. I feel like he's kind of in the middle. He doesn't want to fuck this up, and these people
Yeah.
are far more eloquent.
Yeah,
He-
definitely
going
can
to
tell
be-
that he needs to not get involved in this conversation because he may just strangle one of these men if they don't give him the information he wants.
I feel like he is within hearing distance, but also near, kind of like Vlad near the library. But he is very. You know how sometimes you could like hyper focus one thing, and it's
Yeah.
like his ear is just like pointed in that direction. And he's just like, he hasn't said anything to Vlad, hasn't acknowledged the library, just standing there, listening. Eyes.
Kylan's standing over there with you, just kind of like support hovering, you know?
Yeah,
he's helicopter adventuring you, where he's just like trying to be around, like in case you need help.
He's more new
Anyone
at this
who's
than Kyla.
Yeah, anyone who is standing near the library, make me a perception check.
Alright.
Okay. Perception.
Then by the
I'll do
library,
something a
right?
little cheeky. I'll roll
You
for
can't
this.
be
Spot.
you can't be talking to
Oh.
the going over.
Oh,
to the
okay.
gym
Yeah, I'm
and
not.
to the
I'm not
library
going
at
over
the
to
same
talk
okay.
to them.
Is that
because when I did,
it's a
it didn't
spot
go
check,
well.
right?
time. Yep, it's a spot check.
I got a 33.
Oh, wrong one.
I want to do this.
Yeah, I
Oh,
get a
okay.
plus
So if we're talking to
eight.
them, we can't see them.
Yeah, you'd be
Okay.
looking at them, not at the library.
I got a 27.
Okay. Anyone who got
18, 19,
a
sorry.
25 and up would notice Pudgy, who kind of goes like, gets kind of low to the ground, goes along the outside wall around everybody when no one's looking, and goes up to this library door, and just kind of phases through the door.
What?
What
the
the fuck is Pudgy?
Can I?
I turn
shit.
invisible and I
Please
chase
help
after
me.
Pudgy.
Wait, where you guys?
I want to blend into the shadows and follow Pudgy.
Okay, the door doesn't open for Pudgy, by the way. Pudgy
He
just
just phases through it.
He just says
through the
fuck it.
door.
I
I'm
attempt to
in.
fade.
He's like, fuck it, I'm in.
Is,
And is it like actually designed to look like a door, or is it just like a?
It looks like a door. It's just like a big door with no handles, and it literally just has the It's like a stone. Like, think of the moon door from Lord of the Rings, the one where they have to say "Speak, friend," and enter. Except for this one, literally is praise Bahamut and enter. It's that kind of like it's just a stone door that doesn't open and is like almost flush with the wall, unless you know, praise Bahamut and Draconic.
Agnes, from within the shadows, will whisper in Draconic, "Praise be to Bahamut."
The doors open. You definitely like some people like who are working on the building look at the doors like, oh, why'd that open? But none of them seem too interested. Like they're busy working.
And I guess she'll sneak in trying to find Pudgy and what the fuck he's doing.
Oh,
Alright.
is anybody
Important
going to
thing
point
to
this
know.
out to Vlad?
Ah!
Vlad, you would see the door open,
Oh,
and it just like you would just see it open
oh.
with
I'll go
nobody going in, and it just opens in front of you.
I'll just go investigate that. That's really weird. Colin, you'll
What?
be fine here.
Honestly, no.
Do you want to come
But-
inside with us then?
So Pudgy's
That door
inside.
That door just
Fine.
opened
Yeah,
on
give
its
me a
own.
second.
That's kind of
Alright,
really weird.
Fine.
oh yeah. The question I had has the
Yeah.
number of dragons via the detection with my Dragonlance increased since
No.
arriving here? Okay.
Just the only like, there's nobody that texts us like a true dragon here.
Well, no one that I didn't already know.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I've gotten Agnes's like signal now, especially now that there's been a conversation I imagine off screen being like, I see you're actually a dragon. That's that's fine.
Colin,
But
are you
yeah.
going inside as well, or are you staying outside
I
Uh,
think
with Kylon?
for the betterment of everyone involved in that conversation, it would probably be best if I wasn't around. I think
Okay.
I might just. I don't think I want to know what I'd do. I might start another riot.
Very small.
You can size yourself up.
Whoa.
Alright.
whoa,
Well,
whoa.
have fun in the library if you're in the library.
Did we
Good
ever
luck.
figure out how to get out?
Nope. Have fun.
You just. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
But just
Did
overflow.
the door just shut again?
Oh yeah, it shuts after a few seconds.
Oh, I swear, if we're trapped in here.
So it's
Hey,
Colin,
Agnes.
Vlad, and Agnes.
And
Pudgy, you watch
Pudgy-
go over to the this index, like uses nose to flip the pages a couple times, and then he wanders off into the shelves.
What the? What is Pudgy?
Pudgy?
what did
So-
he leave the page on?
Yeah, I'm
You
gonna
can look and see. I left it
gonna-
on the
Oh,
page that
okay.
Pudgy looked at.
see.
Okay.
He was looking at
How
the
do I
middle page.
pop out?
Oh, somebody might have.
Did
Yeah,
it get
we
reset?
scrolled. Yeah. It was 2, I believe, when I arrived on it.
Let me look and see. It's okay. Yeah, it's on the correct page still.
Okay. I'm gonna. I
If you
guess.
press the thing in the top corner, by the way, Houston, it says pop out the screen. You'll be able to see the actual index. On like,
If you
Holy,
right click
thank you.
it, you can do pop out and you
My
Alright,
goodness.
Now,
Right.
I'll just let you know, if you flip the pages, it flips the pages for everyone. That's why there's 3 of them. So the middle
Okay,
one
how
is
do
the
I
one that,
Oh, I see it. I got it.
yeah, and
Alright,
the middle one
So
is
I
the one
recommend-
that
yeah.
Pudgy's using. And then I can put another one out, a couple more of these out on like the table for you guys. There you go. I'll put one on each table. So just, there's plenty for you. Good luck with that. There's there's stuff in there.
I'm
figure
just
out.
going to.
Wait. There's another puzzle.
There's 2 more puzzles in there.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't wanna do
You
a
don't-
puzzle. I just wanna find Pudgy.
Yeah. Yeah,
Where?
you
In
can
this
find
book?
Pudgy. Listen,
I'm
I'll let
just
you.
gonna.
One of the book gave some clues to the they've already been in this library once, and there was a pretty intense puzzle. The next 2, okay, just to kind of give you, I didn't forget to update it.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I have the other one saved in case something happens, but that one is updated. The sky is now red. But so this library is actually a front. It is a library, but it's like a personal archive of a very powerful trickster cleric
Yeah.
who has locked away a demigod that Puppet dearly loves and is trying to free. And he's locked behind several puzzles in this library. And so he's constantly trying. Last week in our 5e campaign, his other character solved a puzzle, then went into the prison and got himself locked in the prison.
Well, you
So-
get the explanation. I'm going to be right.
So now he has 2 characters locked in there.
I don't know if this is important. I do have see invisibility and blind sight. If that is
Oh,
important at all.
I think you actually might see something. I'm now realizing there's a sensor here.
Yeah, when you with see invisibility.
I also have detect scrying.
Yeah, so yes, you would as you came through that door,
Okay,
you would
so-
immediately sense being
So
scryed on.
could I? Can I just look right at the scrying orb?
Giga Chad
Yeah, and
moment.
it's looking right back at you.
Hello?
There's no response.
Anybody on the other end? All right.
It just watches you like a little security camera.
My friend's pet wandered in here, and I'm just walking in to see why he did that. And that's all.
Yeah,
Just
there's
to let
response.
you know. She's gonna start wandering after Pudgy. That's the goal. That's the goal. Pudgy's in here. Gotta get Pudgy. It's gotta stop Pudgy from intruding on people's private property.
All right. Well, we'll go back to
said it was
the
on
Jim
2?
Joms Timotums. Yeah, the middle one was on page 2. Yeah, good luck with that. So the people outside, we've got Duncan, Gregorius. So we got Duncan and Gregorius.
Yep,
And
because
Ky-
I was
well,
with.
Kylon would have gone inside if everybody else did. But he is just kind of like looking around confused. And is like, he's flipping through the pages of the index, kind of browsing to see what the fuck this place is.
I imagine he's seeing some very weird lines right now.
Yeah. Alright. So we'll go back to Duncan and Gregor. So Duncan, you're walking towards these gentlemen. Are you walking towards them like in an aggressive manner?
No,
Like you're just
Because-
walking towards them in
So,
your full plate with your
it's important to know because we now need to pan back to that. Did Duncan ever canonically meet these people?
I don't think so.
I don't-
I think he's only
I
been
don't
described them.
Yeah, Duncan, these people have been described to you.
I imagine they just
But
tapped me
you
on the
never
shoulder
met-
like, those are the guys, go talk to them. And then
Mm-hmm.
Agnes darted off.
Yeah, exactly.
Would not have darted off, but Pudgy went through a door. And that's...
Well, yeah, Agnes was there and then saw Pudgy literally like morphed through a door and was like, I gotta take this. And just. Boop. And Duncan's sitting here with Gregarious.
But the thing is, the guy who knows nothing about them might be the best one to talk
Yeah.
to them about it,
Yeah,
to
so
be honest.
Duncan is approaching like in a diplomatic kind of more inquisitive kind of manner.
Okay. Yeah. They see you approaching. They look very confused. Then immediately look relatively worried, but they're not like panicking. But you are an outsider in full plate with a very obviously legendary weapon. Just
butler.
kind of striding towards them, followed by a butler.
Honestly, our
Literally a
butler-
knight and his butler approach.
Yeah, and they're like looking between each other, like confused and worried. It's the kind of like, why is this person walking towards us? Is he looking at us? Is that guy looking at us? Why is he looking at us? Why is the man with the spear looking at us? And they just kinda,
Hey,
like, stop with
friends.
Hello?
Hey, very nice to meet you. I have to say, from what I've heard from my associate who helped get me here, you guys do wonderful work. I like what you're doing with the Spire.
Make a diplomacy check for me immediately.
Let's go, Duncan!
All right, 25.
You see they immediately kind of loosen up a little bit as you begin to talk architecture with them.
Mhm.
They're like, yes, we do very fine stonework. I'm not going to even pretend that we don't.
I've heard legends that you've done a lot of stonework around this city and maybe
Our
a few
family
other.
has done stonework in many cities for many years.
Did you ever do anything in out of character? I've forgotten the name of the capital, but Duncan will definitely know that name.
Lindland.
Linland.
They look at each other and one of them kind of like.
Did you
shakes
ever
his
do
head.
any work in Linland?
Yeah, one of them shakes his head like no, and the others look at each other. No, didn't Linland burn down?
Yeah, it was a tragedy.
We're on the.
Quite down.
How long ago was that?
20 years ago.
Yeah, around 20 years.
Oh, well, then definitely no. As you can see, we're all in our mid-30s. We would have been too young to be traveling that far.
Fair.
Squint.
So, have you guys ever done anything in Bahoum?
We did some work in Cauldron 2 or 3 years ago.
Oh, I was actually just there in Cauldron.
Oh, quite a nice place.
I agree. It's honestly a shame. Have you heard the terrible news?
Yes, we heard that the former governor passed away. We worked with him many times on many projects.
It's honestly a tragedy. Have you had? Did you ever get to see a chance to see their successor?
No. He
Also
only passed
insight.
away 2 years so much on whether or not they'd seen the successor.
Yeah, of the mention of successor, to see if like panic darts in their eye.
No, not at all. They don't seem to like. They are not lying when they said they've never seen the successor.
You have to. Oh, fuck! You wouldn't know that even out of character.
All right.
Yeah, they don't seem to know anything about that.
Well, it's honestly a shame. Their successor is not even a shadow of the former governor.
I'm not surprised. The Ilarian family is quite good at micromanagement. As he looks down at like the table with paperwork on it.
So, what work are you doing with the library here?
Well, the Viceroy commissioned a memorial tower to be added to the library. To one, tie its architecture and design more in line with the rest of the city, and two, to honor his father. Because this is his grandfather's archive library. So he felt it would be wise to add an addition to the generations that come.
That makes
So
sense.
over time, this building should become quite a fine piece of the city.
It's crazy how dynasties work. Have you guys? Is this a first generation business, or has you guys been in business?
Oh
for
no,
generation?
it's many generations. We are the current working generation. Our parents are old and care of. Well, we don't take care of them. The rest of the city takes good care of them. Or we don't. They just spend most of their time relaxing. Our children are being raised in the same line of work as we are. Stonemasons, stone workers. As have we been for many.
It's incredible.
Yes, but you know, it is quite an honor to be able to pass down the art to our children.
So then, who started your great guild?
One of the ones that back goes, that would be great grandfather John.
John.
Yes,
Impressive.
my namesake.
Truly. What works did they work on? What was like the first projects you worked on?
Oh goodness, the first projects did Grandpa John. He stops, thinks for a minute. I believe he worked on a temple in the city of Gulden. It was to some orc god, whatnot.
Oh fuck, they're so old.
Was it
Some
Horkthrog?
Maybe I don't really know many of the foreign gods.
I'm just asking. I've seen a wonderful wonderfully almost savage temple in Cauldron of.
Oh
Or
yes,
frog.
that is the same one. Yes, that would be it. Yeah, they're quite brutal. Their blood sports are quite popular themselves.
So, I'm we're looking for a potential lead. I'll pull back the veil a little bit. We're investigating some grievously criminal actions, and we're trying to figure out piece it all together, and we're looking for your input.
All right.
Uh,
I can't say that we know much about any of that. We spend our whole days working here, so if it's not somebody stealing a hammer or chisel of some kind, I can't say that we'll be of too much help.
Well, it's actually of a much more grievous nature. And I'm trying to figure out if you guys might know anything.
Well,
So, just recently in Cauldron, there was some recent developments that I am privy to, relating to the new governor. The new governor appears to have been doing some terribly grievous acts against children. And not just in Cauldron. And a potential lead for one of the governor's associates happens to be a terrible, terrible apparition. Would you happen to know anything about this terrible apparition?
I can't say that I do.
That's gonna be when I do the insight check.
Alrighty.
Can I also do an insight check?
Sure.
Fuck!
Okay, give me a second. I gotta find the dice. Insight.
Also, my brother in Christ!
Insight.
Oh,
I'm trying to find it.
Alice.
fuck is this?
I've described this weakness of this character, I think, only once or twice. He's very good at telling stories. He has a +2 on sense motives.
Oh, sense
I
motive,
didn't know
right.
that. I didn't know that.
That is a 35.
Not that it really.
Oh, thank
35?
Holy shit!
Yeah, I think
I got a
Gregorius!
5.
Gregorius!
Gregorius looks at this man, and this man is stone-faced. There's not a single bit of emotion going across his face. Either this man is telling the truth, or he has an amazing poker face, and it would be nigh impossible for you to discern if he was lying.
Can't trust
Your intuition leans towards a poker face.
I see.
You've seen many a noble with that same stone cold face. So either he's a noble who's used to doing this, or he is hiding his emotion in response.
Oh man, part of me wants to do something here, but I can't do it because they see me do that. It's gonna give the shit away. Wait, let me see if I have a feat for this. Give me a second. What's on my fucking magic shit? Maximo, still. Fuck. Wait, silence spell. Is that the one that lets me cast without using?
Without using verbal.
Yes. Somatic, different story.
Yeah, so if your spell is somatic component, they would still see you moving your...
Fuck. Okay, that wouldn't help me at all then. Well then. I don't know how to signal to fucking fuck. Brain, work. Duncan.
But you're standing behind Duncan anyway, so he wouldn't be able to see anything you motion.
You could always just,
Wait, if I'm standing behind him, would they see me like cast a spell?
That's
Yeah,
true.
well,
Duncan is this
there-
huge fucking dude.
Unless you're standing like super close, like way too close to Duncan, uncomfortably
also
close, they would definitely see some hand motions. There's also 4 of them, so there are 4 people looking at you two right now. They're not like just staring at Duncan. They're like, their eyes are definitely moving back and forth between the two of you, keeping an eye on you. You are 2 strangers that approach them in the middle of their workday.
What about the other 3? Are they also keeping the great stone face?
Oh yeah.
Alright. Also, Duncan's reading that as just completely neutral, by the way. He is not good at reading people.
To someone who isn't great, like, you would have to be an amazing, top, essentially world's best poker player to even be able to tell that these people are, like, repressing anything. Even Gregorius with his 35 is not 100%. He leans towards that they are, but it may be a mistake.
Fuck, I'm trying to figure out how I can like give him give him a sending. I have sending, but that wouldn't help me in this situation.
It could always be literally as something as simple as just tapping me on the back. Or like being like, oh, Duncan, X, Y, or Z, we need to talk. Or something like
lean
that.
over his shoulder, whisper into his ear, and make like a stealth check for me.
Oh wait, I have an idea.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull up my phone. I'm gonna.
Are
Wait,
you going
shit.
to text him?
No, I was gonna do it as like a distraction. Be like, say I got a message, come up to him and be like, Sir Duncan, I have received a message. I believe we need to talk for a moment.
Mm-hmm. Duncan will like take a step back, keeping his eyes on the people.
Right.
Just because he knows their
deception check for me.
Okay.
Make a deception roll for me there.
How good is my bluff? I got plus 15. That's not terrible.
That's actually really good.
Okay, your roll to beat is 25.
That is a
10 up.
27.
Oh, that beats? Yeah, there you go.
Sweet.
Yeah, they look at you and they go back. They say, it was a pleasure speaking to you. And then they go back to their work.
All right, I'm gonna take Duncan a bit of a distance away, far enough to where I don't think they could hear into our conversation.
Yeah,
But
you
close
can
enough where,
safely move away.
yeah. And I'm gonna be like, so Duncan, I am led to believe that they are telling the truth, but may not be telling the whole truth. They're either very, very good liars, or they are absolutely telling the truth. I'm inclined to believe the former of the two.
That's fine.
I don't like hearing dice in the background.
Just
Don't worry about that.
in the future, if you do think that they're because you might be a much better reader than I am. I'm always been bad at poker, and to be honest, I usually take people at face value. I'm not great about these things. So if you want to, just tap me on the shoulder when you think they might be lying, or some other signal. I'm sure you could figure it out.
Fair enough, sir. I figured this was the most effective way at the current moment.
Mhm.
Since, again, you are fairly bad at picking up on things, as you said.
Oh, of course. Honestly, I thought there was an actual call I needed to get with. Like, I was wondering if, like, I didn't even know. Who would call us?
I don't know.
Hermit's son? Is that the only person we've given our number out to?
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much so. But anyway,
Yeah,
if
that'd
It's
be
also
kind of
been
an
40
emergency.
years since you gave him that number.
even
Yeah.
I have remembered.
No.
But
Anyway,
that's all. I just wanted to inform you of that.
well, now we're at least chatting it up. Where do you think should bring the conversation from here?
What?
Where do we want to bring that conversation? It seems like they're going back to work, but seems that
Yeah, they've gone back to like what they were doing, and like one of them is like wandering off with like a bunch of scrolls underneath his arm.
I'm not sure. I'm afraid my interruption might have broken down our little conversation with them. I believe our best option would either be we could try and just go ahead and strike a conversation up again, or if we know they're going to be here for a while, we could always come back again tomorrow if possible. Not to
they
look
would
too,
expect
way we
that.
don't-
I think we're sacrificing the matter of surprise. I think I'm going to try to goad them into some kind of reaction by dribbling out more and more information until outright accusing them of working with this kidnapper.
Very, very well, sir. If that is what you believe is best for the situation, I will accompany you and do my best to support.
Give me just a second to get another drink.
Oh shit.
I do not know if
Let's go! Combat?
this might help.
I don't think this is gonna be a combat. Last time they did that, they straight up just ran.
Yeah.
You know what? Just because I can, and I feel I don't know if this is actually gonna help. It's the only spell I have available to me at the moment. I'm going to since they're not looking at us, I think I might cast. Well, fuck no, I don't know if it's a good idea to cast magic here. Fuck, I was gonna say I was gonna cast Fox's Cunning on him, but I don't know if that's a good idea or not. Only because I feel like Duncan could use a little more brain cells.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, I wonder they must have moved the gemstone away.
The gemstone?
There was a huge anti-magic gemstone here.
Oh, there was? Shit, I didn't know
well,
about that.
40 years ago.
Shit.
I guess I could try and cast some kind of small, like, inert spell to see if it would do anything.
That was-
that they have is anti-teleport.
Yeah,
Anything
to
that
put
would
that.
move- any kind of extra dimensional movement blocked within 2 miles. You just
Yeah, that
can't
was-
do it.
That was the weird stone.
Yep, it's literally called a.
Either way, we don't know about that, so operate as is.
I wonder if I should do a roll to see if I think it is a good idea to do any kind of magic here at all.
Okay. So. Alright, yeah, you can do whatever you want. It's up to you. I will say that would be like a knowledge local or something like that.
I'm gonna be honest, Birdseye. From
I was trying to
the
be helpful
magic
in
that's
this
cast
situation.
on me, just by Agnes every day, I already have a +6 enhancement bonus. I can't get more than that from Fox's Cunning.
Okay. The only other thing I was thinking about I could fucking give to you is conviction. That's just like a +2 morale bonus on all saving throws.
I mean,
Wow.
fair.
That's like I don't think that would help you in any way, shape, or form. I was trying to think of ways I could be helpful in your situation. Because at the moment, all I'm doing is basically just standing here, just basically
Sensing motive. You're literally like reading the room. You're doing
know.
what the butler does.
I know. I just
That sense motive check was you covered Duncan's weakness by
Gone.
just being there.
I know. I just
Yeah.
want to try and be more helpful. Is all.
You don't
Anyway.
always need to be more. Just being any kind of helpful is all that's really necessary.
All right. Actually, you know what? I have an idea.
Yeah.
Nah, fuck it. I don't need to do that. Just do whatever you want to do, Duncan. I shall assist you in whatever you wish to do. So.
All right. We'll be walking back over, but I think it's a good time to investigate what's happened in the library.
All right, library. Anything interesting? Any theories?
Oh, I don't know. I was going up to Pudgy. What is Pudgy doing?
Pudgy is staring at this bookshelf. Just staring at it.
Do you want me to get you a book off the shelf, buddy? Or
He kind of looks at you, blinks like one eye and then the other, and then just like goes back to staring at the shelf. Like,
can I try and is he looking at a specific book or just the whole
no, he
shelf?
seems to. He's just like the whole. He's just like looking. It's like his eyes are he's like looking at everything at once.
I'm going to take a quick glance over all the titles on the shelf and see if anything catches my eye, I guess.
They're all a bunch of antique books.
Okay, how antique? Like,
They're all. I mean, they're antique. They have a wide range.
right.
As described in the index, is my
Manuscripts and rare books. Manuscripts. Block
Yep.
books. Can't even pronounce that word. In cubicle?
Yeah, what even is it?
Incubula. Incubula is like just a very early printed book.
Oh,
Like
Oh.
stuff printed before 1501 our time. So like you can
Okay.
think like
Print-
very old books.
Printed books. Books notable for binding.
Yo,
oh God, no!
do you think that's like
Umbra's-
that's a joke?
No, Umbra's a binder.
Yeah, and he's bound Arimon.
Yeah, so that's probably the section where there could be something in it.
Well, I don't know.
Well, I sure would love to read it, but
Colin has picked up these books. And then just
Okay.
he's like, I guess he's brought them over to the desk.
Okay. Just put them into like return.
Yeah.
Lad's like looking for like like those
Alright.
service bells where you press a bell for assistance.
There's none of those. There's no little service bell. There's an
Really?
empty desk with a very manicured bonsai tree next to it, and a book that looks like it was fairly recently written in. But besides that, there's not much else.
This isn't.
can I do a nature check on when the last time the bonsai tree was watered?
Yeah, go for it.
That shit's immortal.
All right. Five. I think that's a. That is a. 33.
About 4 days.
Hmm.
You know what?
I'll
On the
share it with the party. Last time someone came through and watered this plant was 4 days ago.
And with your knowledge of 33, I'd say you know that bonsai trees are watered about once a week.
All right, if my theory is correct, I'm just going to look at the book Noble for binding as a binder. I feel like that makes sense in case this is correct.
It begins mostly talking about bookbinding. But as you flip through the pages, you notice that, sure enough, there seems to be, like, these are some really weird formulas to bind books together.
What would the formulas?
They dictate like a like a magic circle to bind the book and whatnot.
What are you looking at?
Agnes, I don't think this book is about bookbinding.
Can I take a look? Can I
Really
see for just a
weird.
moment?
Yeah, of course.
When you look at this book, Agnes, no matter how hard you look at it, it looks like just a book about bookbinding.
Looks like bookbinding stuff to me, to be honest.
I'm seeing stuff about magic circles, and I
Oh
don't
shit,
see why
a
you
wall
need
moved.
Huh?
to bind a
Yeah,
book.
because I keep forgetting to save it after I move it. So it always ends up sideways.
This is.
Well,
there any-
do
is
you
there any-
know what it's for?
Can I make like some kind of like guess as to what what this is actually used for binding?
See, this isn't... Vlad going here is no longer about Puppet breaking out Arimon. It's about Vlad acquiring new binder levels.
Of course, this is a chance to improve what is something Vlad hasn't really touched much upon because literally just got it. Yeah, I don't quite understand why this would be in this section. It's kind of weird. Is there anything on the wall behind where this book was?
Roll a d6 for me.
Oh shit.
Find the table. Two.
Vlad, there looks like there's a false panel behind this book.
Agnes, there's a false panel here.
Look, I guess the gauge rates are involved. But it does feel like we're snooping a little bit overly much. I guess Pudgy was looking at it. Pudgy, is this what you were looking for?
Pudgy does not seem to be paying attention to whatever you guys are doing.
Well, it's not what Pudgy
He's
was
just
here
looking
for.
at the bookshelf. The same bookshelf you found the false panel in. But Pudgy seems to just be like gazing in just like the general direction. Like he can't see whatever he's looking for.
I'm just going to mess with this. I don't know what that would be if you want any rules for that.
Nope. You just like pop it open. It's like a false wood panel. Inside of it is a sort of brown paper satchel tied closed with twine. And when you like pull, it's a little heavy. Feels like it's like a stone square or tablet of some kind, all wrapped up in this paper. It looks like it's been in there for a long time.
We want to very carefully investigate it.
Are you like unwrapping it?
Yeah.
Don't.
Fair.
That's somebody's personal possession, lad.
Yes.
Well, this could be what Pudgy's looking for.
It's clearly not.
We don't know.
I didn't know. I didn't know the High Cleric of fucking Paylor to be such a thief.
Neutral good, neutral good. Besides, this whole thing scream really suspicious to you?
Yeah, this
I
is a
love-
pretty suspicious area.
I
People hide
love.
their jewelry behind false panels.
And
I mean,
if
he's
there
not going to
is,
steal the jewelry.
we
He'll
put
put
it back. Yeah,
It was wrapped.
and we rewrap it.
You know what else is wrapped? The plan to steal millions of children.
Actually,
I'm just saying, this book talks about binding, and it's different for you and me. So maybe it's some weird like destiny kind of thing, you know?
all right, Puppet. There's your tablet.
Oh fuck! Here we go. What the fuck?
I can make absolutely no sense of this.
I'll make it bigger for you. Good
What
luck.
in the fuck? Good luck? What do you mean good luck?
Good fucking luck.
This has nothing to do with Arimon in the puzzles. This is just something that's in the library.
Oh,
How the
for
fuck that look like a
fuck's
giant
sake.
night walker? Like, is that just
What?
me? Or does that look like a giant night walker?
I'm just gonna roll a knowledge history. I have a +1 to this.
Wait, there's tiny people down here.
Oh,
What the
that's
fuck?
Yeah.
a 20 at least. Not natural.
Fuck, man. Vlad has no fucking clue what's going on here.
Okay.
This is some old ass like somebody cut this out of like a cave wall kind of shit.
What check should I? What check can I make to like discern what's going on in this?
I mean, there isn't.
Honestly,
this
I
is
just wanna
like
see what this figure is.
this is just like some Paleolithic like cave painting stuff.
This is the kind of thing where it's like you would have to be specialized in this field of history to be able to make a
Yeah.
check.
This is like you'd
That's
have
fair.
to be an archaeologist to have any idea what's going on
This
in
is
this image.
this image is built specifically for Alice to mull over for the next week and a half.
I don't see anything to mull over, to be honest with you.
What do you mean? Do you not see the outlines of people?
I see that. What does that do for me?
This is some kind of family tree, obviously.
I will post this image
Wait.
voice for you.
No,
guys.
I don't think it's a family.
I have
tree.
bad eyes, man. The fucking lines are not clear enough for me to
I don't
figure
think
out what's
it's a
going on.
There
I
you
don't
go.
think this is a family tree.
It looks like an Exodus. Maybe.
Like some weird worship thing to me.
It did kind of strike me as a bit worship. don't
Pudgy
know.
is intently staring at that plate.
Oh,
Wait,
That seems to be whatever Pudgy was looking for.
But you... I don't know what we should do.
Feed it to Pudgy.
do you know what this is, Pudgy?
Pudgy is just looking at it intently. And he is kind of drooling.
Licking his lips.
Yeah.
do you want to eat that?
I think Pudgy
Do
wants...
not. Do not.
Pudgy
feed
want
to
food?
Pudgy.
Pudgy want food?
No.
That's cool.
Pudgy.
Come on, sit.
This is... Well, maybe we should ask Kylon. This...
We are not feeding somebody else's possession to Kylon's pet.
Puppet, make a dexterity save for me. Reflex
Oh,
or whatever
no.
it is called.
Oh no.
I hope you fail.
What's going on?
Alright. I found the number for what I get for this. Oh, that's a 22!
Yeah. Pudgy beats that with his bite
Okay.
attack
Okay,
against
good.
the tablet. Yeah, Pudgy fucking
Eats it.
bites that tablet and just
Oh.
like, bite in half, teeth marks through like a cookie cutter through dough, and just sits there and like one bite, crunching noise, He's staring at the remnants of what you're holding now, kind of still slobbering and drooling, trying to Pudgy is holding himself back. It's like when a dog wants the treat, right, and is really, really trying.
I'm just gonna shout down the fucking hallway, Kylon, we have a problem with Pudgy.
You hear like rapid like that walking very fast.
Can't run in the library, but you still gotta go fast.
And he comes around the corner, and he just sees Vlad holding the stone tablet with what looks like the remnants of hieroglyphs, as like the feet of something. And Pudgy just kind of looking there, like slightly ashamed, but also like eyeing it and drooling, out of like looking over in the corner of his eye.
Vlad's just in pure shock.
Have you known Pudgy to have a penchant for eating archaeological artifacts?
No, but he eats rocks.
That must be a very tasty rock in his eyes.
What kind of rocks is he
Pretty
normally?
weird looking. He likes anything with kind of like marbling. Or
He's
like,
like
you know,
Oreos.
like little swirly stuff on it.
Oh yeah, this had a lot of that.
I mean, that's probably it then.
Well, I don't really know what to do about the remnants of this, because we can't really just... I mean, we could put it back, but I think by now it's obvious something happened to
At
it.
this point, just feed the rest of them so nobody can... No, what are they going to do? Look at his stomach?
Here, Kylon.
He's hungry after he swims.
Kylon, you can have
Kylon
it.
takes it and just kind of like tosses it to Pudgy like a frisbee. And Pudgy just like... eats it.
Right, well,
Cool, that's gone.
Problem solved.
I'm gonna go see if I can check out this book at least.
No,
Maybe...
no, you just stole that and fed it to Pudgy.
I did not feed it to him. He ate it out of my hand. That's not feeding.
What is not feeding then? What is feeding in your mind if that isn't feeding?
Pudgy took it from me.
Pudgy did kind of eat it, but he didn't feed it to him.
Yeah, you can't blame me for feeding it to Pudgy whenever he ate it out of my hand.
I told you not to take it out of the wall. I told you not to take it out of the wall because it was someone else's possession.
I'm just gonna go check in with the front desk.
Pudgy's staring at the bookshop again.
Oh no.
We're not doing this again, Pudgy.
Pudgy just looks at you, looks back at the shelf, just sits down.
Just like, try me.
He's just looking at that shelf.
Yeah, just look at that shelf.
Right back back outside of the Tom, Jom, and Tim situation. As Duncan, you approach them, they look back over at you again. This time, less worried and more like a little bit like annoyed, like, oh my god, we try to work here kind of look. And they're like, how can we help you?
So, sorry about that. I have an important notice. So, you don't happen to know any kind of, as we left off, some kind of extra dimensional apparition that might want to,
Still
steal
don't
kids
know any weird beasties that kidnap children.
So, for instance, if we happen to have any kind of evidence saying you would you have any questions on that?
Yeah, I've never met you before, and I don't know where you could have gotten something that doesn't exist.
Doesn't exist because I went 40 years into the future, bitch. Which is now.
Pull out the locket. Pull out the lock.
I don't even think Duncan is in possession of that locket, unfortunately.
I'm pretty sure Agnes still has that.
Yep.
I'm stumped on where to go from here, other than just like continuing to ramp up here. Does anyone have any other ideas?
Yeah, sadly, no.
I have,
They were always hard to talk to.
Wait. I had an idea, but that's it. No, never mind.
You can come inside and grab the locket real quick. But
I
that would
could.
be ramping up, of course.
I'm very much stumped. Like, again, I feel like Duncan knows as much as I know, and like, I just know that these are important figures who associated with the Beholder, but like, he doesn't knows that they're their grandfather or something like that. But we don't have any. Duncan does not have any actual evidence on it. I'm not good with this.
I was gonna say I could try. The only thing that comes to mind is what we could do is because we don't have the locket because they're in the
The
library.
locket also just shows a picture of the old beholder.
Yeah,
With the children, though.
Yeah, with
But-
children.
Oh,
Right.
true.
my only other idea is this wouldn't really accomplish anything. I don't think, or maybe it would. Like we know that like Duncan, do we know that their grandfather was like fiendish or something?
You know that that there's a beholder that is involved with them that is an infernal beholder, and that's it. That's like
Right.
all you know.
The
And
only
that's from scrying. You've seen the
Okay.
infernal beholder like
The
sleeping in a
other
beanbag
piece of
near them.
information, though, is that Duncan was revealed by Glim Glittergold that he was in the layer of the cage rights at that point in time, right?
Mhm.
I'm just looking at the notes that, you know, he prayed to any good god who will listen. Glim Glittergold tell me whether you release it now or not, or later wouldn't have an effect. And I put in an additional bullet point. He's in a location called Layer of the Cage Rights, a demiplane in Boom, which I assume is what Glim Glittergold told me, but I don't know if that's out of character knowledge or in character knowledge.
Vlad had used discern location to locate what the name was called.
No, we had.
Do you have a layer? Do a layer?
We have, I have reason to believe, that you guys have assisted in this great perpetration, and I'm more than willing to bring forth this information, but I'd like to resolve this dispute out of the public's eye in order to keep your professional image up. I'd like to
They look at you. They go,
investigate.
all right. At this, they're like, I think you're a madman. Please leave us alone, or we're gonna call the guards for help. Just walk away. Leave us alone.
Please call the
And,
guards.
and like one of them kind of like is like waving at some of the construction workers that like come over. And the crew starts like getting off the building and like heading over their way.
This is a
And
very
they start
dire
like
situation.
stepping away from you.
I don't think you understand, Tim, what the matter of play
I
is
believe
here.
at this point you're threatening us with physical violence, and we are trying to disengage and de-escalate the situation by moving away and bringing more people around to encourage violence.
And I don't want to break into any violence either, but
There is no
is
but.
substantial
You are
evidence.
There's only you threatening us with madman talk. We were cordial and polite before. We are now asking you to return the favor by leaving us alone. We interrupted our workday and our job to talk to you about your, random rambling. Please leave us alone.
Alright, I'll leave you. But I just want you to know, if you're truly good people, your work is responsible for hundreds of thousands of innocent children dying, being sacrificed, their
Whatever
souls
you
emulated.
say. We build.
No good God
Stone
will ever
building.
bless you.
All right then. Hey guys, early day. Go home. Everybody go home. Yeah, bad vibes. Not a good day to work. Somebody's gonna get hurt.
Maybe
They're like,
maybe the right thing to
dispersed.
do, because I feel like we keep getting outmaneuvered. Maybe all we gotta do is, go back to their homes and just fucking slit their throats. Call it a day. Honestly, that's what I'm kind of thinking.
Duncan
I'm
is
at
literally
impasse.
one push away from beating his face in and killing him.
I'm
Just
at
like with a
impasse,
single
man.
punch, just ending his life.
I just kind of think like, okay, you want to play these games? I'm just gonna kill you. I'm just gonna kill you. How about that? You deserve it anyways. Honestly,
Okay,
dude,
hear me out.
let's
I could
just
turn
fucking
into-
kill him.
I can turn into something that can dominate person them. Will that help
What
us
do you
at
guys
all?
think? Should we just go into their homes and kill them while they sleep?
Duncan will not look in that direction. But Duncan is a man of civility, and he respects the law, and he's being outmaneuvered here because he's just not socially inept enough to deal with this shit.
I've kind of run out.
He signed on to murder fucking dragons, and he's dragged into this political shit. He will point him at a dragon, he will kill it. He's not here to do this negotiation.
Out of character, I'm really bad at the intrigue stuff. I'm really fucking bad at it too.
Same.
I can solve cool little puzzles and decipher historical things, but when it comes to intrigue, if I hit too many walls, I'm probably just gonna kill the guy involved. To be honest with you, I'm probably just gonna kill him.
Honestly, please do, because I will not. Duncan's character will not let him do that, but he is more than happy to allow his more chaotic good killer hordes to deal with this shit.
Dawnfather's gonna be like, you're not allowed to kill people while they sleep in their home.
You know what? No, I'm lending a prayer out to the Dawnfather. I'm lending a prayer out to the Dawnfather right now. I'm turning around, cooling off, being like, Dawnfather, give me guidance. I know that these people are evil and letting this happen. What do I do? I can't let them kill more children.
Roll a D100 for me. 85 and up, you get a response.
Oh.
I think that is a 68, unfortunately.
That's rough.
You feel your connection, like you know, through the orb that you've been given, and you feel as if there tries to reach out, but something interferes and blocks.
So, oh man. So hey Duncan, have you decided that that's just the route you want to go? You just want to kill these guys in their sleep?
It would solve many problems, but I would like to never know about it.
Well,
AKA Duncan wants somebody else to slit their throats in their sleep.
Duncan wants to be the paladin who turns a kind eye away from needing to disregard the law.
I think this is where we introduce the duality of two lawful good characters.
Yeah.
I'm not lawful good.
I think you have Duncan, who is the bright defender of the people, and Agnes, who will do the dirty shit.
Is
Who's the
Agnes
lawful-
lawful good?
Agnes
Oh.
is lawful good. Agnes has been lawful good this entire time.
You're the same lawful as like Gwyn, willing to do the dark shit so other people don't have to, but you're still in the law.
Holy.
All right, well,
But
They are.
is it good?
I'm just chaotic. so-
Is it good to kill
Anyway,
any
Duncan will take a
prisoners?
5-minute walk around, and 5 minutes later, even if they're still there, he's just gonna walk into the library.
Oh yeah, no, the rest of the Tim Tom Jim Joms like dispersed with the crowd. They like each of them went with like a different group in different directions. Way.
I was gonna say something.
Yeah.
I was gonna say to Duncan, like, if you really want to do that, and
Well, he didn't say anything about wanting to kill them.
he didn't. All right. Well,
He said that he
didn't.
would not hold anyone against them for killing them, but he cannot kill them.
fair enough. I was just gonna say, I can turn invisible, go to their house, and just throw a fireball in the room. If you want me to do that,
I mean, I'd recommend going to their houses and doing a bit more investigation, if anything, and then killing them.
He's like,
Or-
regardless of like killing
Or,
people,
or
he'll
whatever
do it
you
if
might want to
need
do.
The problem is, we are a group of outsiders who have just come to the island. If they suddenly die now, it's gonna be pretty obvious who fucking did it.
It's true.
And the Viceroy let you in because you
Yeah.
worked with his dad.
Yeah,
I'm just-
we actually just can't kill them right now.
I'm just putting the offer out there. So I can make it real quick, real simple.
Yeah, but it's not simple though.
It's never
Just
simple.
murder him for him.
Remember. Yeah, have you ever tried murder?
if other people didn't like, if it wasn't such a spectacle that we came in here, it would be as simple as
They'd be
just killing
cooked.
them. They would be cooked. I probably would have killed
Deep
them by
frying.
now, but
I was also gonna say we could see, like, if we knew their grandfather was an infernal beholder, I could have talked infernal to them and see if there was a reaction from that. But I don't think
Yeah,
that was
but-
a good idea either.
But they also like could just speak multiple languages.
True.
And also, speaking a language isn't like a genetic thing.
That's not.
And during that
genetic.
entire time, I didn't notice any
It's not
outsiders.
genetics, it's they
People
grew up
outside.
around.
And no
Yeah.
outsiders
Never
were
mind.
detected.
also they do literally have a pentagram belt, so that would be kind of up their alley to know infernal. Like, if I had to guess, they would probably just pretend that it's completely normal for them to know infernal. Like, oh, have you seen our belts, dude? Come on, everybody knows that.
Yeah, it's part of the education system in our cult.
Now I just really want to kill them. I just really want to kill them now more than anything.
Well,
Well, you
that's how
always can
that's
try,
the way
Britt.
it's the way it goes sometimes, and we're not gonna do that because if one of us kills them, we all take the fall.
I know. I'm just saying, the more we fucking talk like this, the more I just get the urge to just throw a fucking fireball in their faces.
All right.
It is what it is. We're not killing it. We're not killing
Anyway,
Look,
yeah,
alright,
we'll
let's
kill
I'm
them
all
at
for
the end.
wanton
So back to
violence,
the
but there's a
library.
time and a
Alright,
place.
Pudgy's still staring at what, the 90 through 100 section?
Oh yeah, but he's at this like, it's like when you know the dog knows there's a treat in the cupboard.
Oh shit! Speaking of that,
it. So he thinks there's another one in there.
Kylan,
Yeah.
does Pudgy do this often? Just stare at bookshelf?
I got a fucking Slim
We
Jim
didn't have a
with
lot
my
of books
name
at
on it.
home, so I didn't really see him do that. I mean, he stares at things a lot, usually off into like the sky or the distance. He's got that 1,000-yard stare. That's
Is
kind of his default mode.
Is that kind of what he's doing right now? I can't tell.
I mean, it looks like he's looking for food. He gets hungry after he swims. Eats lots of rocks when he does that.
Well, I mean, there shouldn't be anything.
I mean, there could just be a loose rock in there. Who knows?
I'll look for loose rocks.
I mean, it's a bookshelf. The fake panel's empty now. You've had him the ancient stone.
I
tablet
didn't
that
feed
was
it
back
to
there.
him.
Agnes,
Later.
Agnes is gonna sigh. Okay,
You enabled Pudgy to eat.
she's gonna reach into her bag and pull out a piece of hematite
Immediately Pudgy's
and
eye
just
like
feed it
turns.
to him.
He doesn't
No,
turn
wait,
his head, but the eye turns and looks at you.
She's gonna look at him and she's gonna say, Pudgy,
His head turns.
no
And
more
cocks to
eating
the side.
other people's rocks unless you have permission. And if you're really good I'll give you this very special rock to eat.
Pudgy doesn't seem to understand what you said before that, but he is staring intently at the rock and drawing.
Can I do a handle animal? Can I do a handle animal check?
Go for it. Good luck.
Did we go over? Ooh.
That's a 34.
Pudgy sits and like stands up on his back feet and puts like his little paws
Agnes
up
will
in front
reach
of him.
out her hand with the hematite.
He puts his whole mouth like over your hand and then just like pulls back and the hematite's gone, your hand's fine, but like very much slobbered.
We'll wipe her hand off on the side of her pants, I guess.
Alright, well,
Pudgy's
That's it?
saliva is glittery. Now
I hope, I really hope Pudgy doesn't know that Agnes has a bag full of valuable rocks.
no.
hey, Duncan.
Pudgy's intelligence is not
Pretty
high
bad.
enough to put that together.
Hey, Vlad.
trying to check out this book. There's nobody here.
Do you say that out loud right there?
Yeah.
Do you want to check out a book?
Yeah.
Immediately, that portrait on the wall, like, animates, and Umbra Larian steps out of the painting into the library. Oh, somebody wanted to borrow a book, I hear. Yes, hello. Can I help?
Sorry, I didn't expect that. I wanted to check out this book
I didn't expect visitors.
This is a book about binding?
Yes, bookbind. He looks at you.
Yes. Book binding.
Oh,
Yes.
are they doing like? Are they having like a knowing glance?
Which, by the way, is obvious to everyone around them that's what they're doing, but they think they're being coy.
You walked out of a painting, sir.
Well, yes, that's how I get around.
Who are you?
Umbrella.
Oh my
Do you
god,
not,
sorry.
do you not recognize
Who?
Umbra?
What?
He's a
Umbra
big deal
Alarian.
in religious societies.
I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't really religious before I found the Dawn Father, so.
It's kind of like scratching like his ribs underneath, like you know when they reach across to scratch like the opposite side ribs. That's what he's doing right now, and he's like itchy.
Do you happen to know Arthur Larian?
Immediate dour look on his face. Immediate look of sadness.
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry for your however you
sorry,
handled it.
I was a little excited that someone line. I'm going to be honest. Yes. Arthur was my oldest only son.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, it passed away.
Well, if it's any consolation, it's very clear he's left behind.
He immediately looks like completely withdrawn now. Like he's gone into like a little like just not present.
Duncan's gonna give him a shoulder pat, like trying to reaffirm, like calm down. Like he was a great man.
He is no longer there. The Umbrella Larian is a vacant void in the middle of the room,
Son of a
staring
bitch.
at the carpet.
We were so
having
close.
Flashbacks of raising his son.
We're, Duncan, should we tell him we're doing a
Yeah.
we're
I
fulfilling
was.
this?
Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
You're
so
the more...
I think we should
Where-
leave them alone.
I'm so sorry to bring it up. I just was following a contract left by your late son, and we're trying to get down to the bottom of it. And this rabbit hole seems to go very, very deep.
He's like, yeah. Let me see the thing.
And he'll hand him the piece of paper.
He looks at it and goes, okay. Well, poor Arthur. Yes, the cage rights do indeed kidnap children, and yes, indeed, they are the stonemasons known as the... Fuck, I don't... right now. yes, they are doing horribly awful things. There's really no way to prove that it was them, unfortunately, because they don't even know it's them.
Excuse me?
That makes sense because we did find them one time where they were.
They are not each one of them is not an individual entity. They are a horrifying swarm creature, which makes almost any
What?
magics to read their minds or to detect what's going on with them pointless. Doesn't work. And as depending on the cycles of the moon, it changes what's going on. They're actually horrible demonic entities that have been causing quite a lot of trouble for a long time. More trouble in the last 40 years. 50 or so years, I'd say. When one of them got out, freed. They're absolute, but unfortunately, without getting to their direct mastermind, there's not much you can do. You kill them, but they're back. They have little, their little warm, monstery base host things.
Do you
not
know
wander around?
of the Infernal Beholder related to them?
Yes,
Orbius?
Orbius. Yes, but there's no way to get to.
I mean,
He's cut his demi-plane off all the other planes, and the only way there is through the realm of the dead, and I'm going there, living.
Yeah, that's kind of a big ask.
How?
And to my knowledge, it's not even worth getting someone who can get you there, because they are actively maintaining a prison that holds a horrible monster, which seems to be their main direct, as far as I've been able to determine.
Inside of the prison, that wouldn't have to be the layer of the cage rights, right?
Well, I believe that's what they call. I mean, that might be what it was called. I never bothered to. After I discovered what they were, I didn't do much more investigating, scrying on them, and I told Arthur not to bother because there wasn't anything he could do.
would that be like the same thing they were using to sacrifice children to?
Most likely, they work with infernal rituals, require the sacrifice of life.
It's
but
just-
to my understanding, that which they were containing, beyond that of even the greatest evil like Asmodeus.
Beyond the greatest evil, as Asmodeus?
I mean, to my understanding, from what I've learned, is the high but that this creature, at one point, assaulted Mount Celestia itself, was consuming the mountain.
And what would the consequences be of letting that thing go?
I have no clue. I've never directly interacted with the creature. I just, from everything that I know is secondhand or ancient lore books, you can probably find. But they're saying everything's offhand and secondhand knowledge. It's very hard to find first-hand accounts of anything.
You got that right, dude. You got that right. Out of character.
I've been trying to write down everything that I hear just so that there's some kind of account, but everything is word of mouth.
So,
So,
shamanistic tribal storytelling.
Out of Colin's lips, he whispers, just trying to reaffirm to himself more than anything, is no sin is too great for your child. This symbol, does this mean anything to you? And then, like, through, like, just some very basic, like, shadowy illusion is the symbol of the
seven.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
the seventh
seventh.
symbol.
Oh, that is the maker mark of a great, I don't even know what to describe them. Creator of magical doodads, gets all kinds of tomfoolery, causes nothing, trouble and nuisance for everyone involved. You'll usually find that with anything that's too dangerous to be left wandering around or in people's hands.
So, you're the High Cleric of Bahamut, right? You can talk to that god.
Well, I mean, it's not like I have an open communication line. The gods are they want they want to see you, but there are also forces that don't want you to them, and so it's hoping to get a good connection. And usually, the best place is somewhere directly devoted to their worship, where their power is greater. I'll be quite frank here in Bielabri. My connection to the Lord Bahamut is very minimal, and I will say that my position as High Cleric is more based on my knowledge than my powers as a cleric. I'm more of a religious and historical and leader through knowledge, and my well, I guess you would call it book smart, my education, than my divine clerical power.
Well,
I have-
knowledge is a very powerful thing in a world like this.
And a world, yes.
Out of character, guys. Are we fine with telling Umbra
I
Alarian?
think we should tell him.
Tell
I
him
believe
what?
it. I believe we should.
What, do we let him out?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Abso-fucking-lutely. Yes, do it. I want to see
All
his
right.
fucking reaction.
Looks like my prison has raised its occupancy.
Yeah, tell him.
All right. I hate to bring bad news after bad news. There's a very pressing matter I need to inform you about, and it needs to be in the utmost security. I don't know if this is the location we need to be at.
There's nowhere more secure than this library.
Got that right, Count?
So
No! that
here's our
that
side
hurt
of the
me.
story. Because
Oh, yeah.
from
Let me grab
one-
a chair.
Paladin, yeah, we should probably take a
He
seat.
goes and sits down.
Yeah.
From
Get
one paladin of a good god to a high cleric of another. We
does it.
had an encounter. As we why is my cat fucking jumping everywhere? She's like making a mess. Chai needs to cool the fuck down. So, oh my, don't get up there. She's trying to balance on like the one thing that's the loudest as shit when you try to balance on. Anyway, sorry. Back in character. Where was I? So we were investigating your late son's request, and were led down the rabbit hole. And we were brought to Cauldron, where he ruled for some time, and following that, some successors by the name of Orbius took control. And it was a front for the actual Orbius, who apparently kidnapped one of our friend's kids there. But we found where they were bringing the kids, and via a satanic summoning circle, we found ourselves transported to the lair of the cage rites. And I had some questions, but ultimately it was decided by our distressed father here, who we decided that it could no longer go forth. There couldn't be any such evil so great that hundreds of thousands of kids deserve to die for it. So we stopped it. Or, more importantly, Colin stopped it. No, I mean, I stand behind his decision, to be honest. But what was beyond that was what appeared to be a black hole of energy that emerged into a terribly disgusting undead creature that bore the symbol Colin showed you.
Oh, I actually, sorry. documented this in my journal. Agnes will pull out a book and flip like a good 130 pages in
Yeah.
and show to Umbra her depiction of the seventh.
Well, I have something better. Can mimics turn into? Can I like make a mimic that turns into an object of what this would, of what the lich looked like?
You're trying to make a mimic that turns into a statuette.
Yeah,
Um,
because it was large, right? Lich was large.
yeah. I'm just trying to think of what role I need you creating image of an eldritch creature in the room.
Is that a bad idea?
I'm going to say make
Invoking
me
the
a
image.
DC 25 will save as you create this icon of this eldritch monster.
8? Wait, fuck, where are my saves?
You need a plus.
I got a 23.
The moment that your mimic, I don't know if it's you turning into this or like you have a
I
creep,
first
like a
turn
mimic
into
in
the
a
mimic,
bag.
and then
Okay.
I first turn into a mimic, and then once I'm in the form
And
of a
then you're
mimic, I try
as
to assume the
mimic
form.
shape shifting in. Okay, so this is you, not even like another mimic. Oh boy.
God.
Okay.
Mhm.
Was this a terrible idea?
You
Yeah.
lose consciousness for a moment, as it fades away into darkness, and everyone else in the room needs to make me a will save, or
Oh,
be
no.
feared, even if you have fear immunity.
Surely, as a
It's
cleric.
again, this is a DC 20 will
I'm-
save.
I'm not.
Duncan continues to give no shits in actual like important things. Duncan is
22.
provably terribly
Fuck
at
you.
diplomacy, but a fucking legend. when
Oh,
not.
I passed easily. I got like a. My math right. I think I got a 40.
22. Fuck you.
Alright, yeah, okay. Yeah, anybody that's 20 or up is fine. Anyone less than 20 is spooked.
Colin is spooked.
Colin's extra spooked.
What am I?
Yeah, you
You're
got
unconscious
Oh
as
boy.
a statue of him for let's see, 1d6 rounds. Say. Let me roll a d6. I got a nice big one.
Is it at least
One
an
round.
accurate,
So for
a
like
semi-accurate
6
depiction?
Oh yeah, it's a very accurate depiction. And it's sure enough. Yeah, Umbra gets the idea. He doesn't like it. Nobody likes it.
Once I gain consciousness, I'll turn back.
Yeah,
into a
you come
wisp.
back very quickly with no real issues. And you turn back into a wisp. Alright. Umbra just looks like kind of wide. He's like, alright. That's awful. That is actually one of the worst things I've ever seen. And I've seen a lot of stuff, but that's just pretty uncomfortable. I don't like that. Let's not do that. Alright, so you let that thing out.
First needed
Where did it go?
We were brought to a plane of existence in which there were 12. There was 12.
I think there were 12 or
12
maybe
great
14.
gates.
Something very
Okay,
big
that's
doors.
beyond my pay grade, it sounds like. So,
Wait,
extra dimensional.
you're the highest paid one here.
Yes, and I don't do extra dimensional
We get
traveling
paid.
shenanigans. I stay here on this plane where I belong, where the ground is and the sky and everything is just sort of there where it should be. I don't like it when the stuff is not this. Well, this is unfortunate for me. He's like, you can see he's really like thinking about something.
I need to.
Fuck, dude. Fuck,
I
dude.
think-
He's gonna
what-
try and
what-
cage us.
Either that, or he's about to break Arimon out. It's like we need some other
Why
shit.
would we engage
All
him?
right.
Hold on. Before
We've got
you
a. Oh yeah, Albie.
I don't know
It's
if this will change anything, but I died in that realm and was brought back for
oh yes,
some reason.
that is something that I feel as if is very important. You got
Oh,
eaten
yeah.
by
Yeah.
him. It.
Well, you're
And you're
alive. It
alive.
could be any. I'll be quite frank. If you're alive, there could be any number of things: illusion, near-death experience, revival immediately after death, just as torture. I've seen that one before. Let me tell you, that's not fun to watch.
You said
Some malevolent beings will bring you back as soon as they kill you, just to terrify you and kill you again, and then again. And then again,
But
and then you get into a cycle for a while, and then a dwarf breaks in, and
What?
but the
Are you
thing-
speaking from personal experience here?
He like looks at you with kind of glazed eyes for a moment.
Umbra,
the
do you need like a drink or something?
No,
the
no
thing about it is when they were going to bring me back, my lifeless corpse. Duncan, you said there was something wrong?
Give me a quick second to recount these events. Yeah, so I tried to resurrect him. But I felt what I can only describe as a hand attempting to stop it, where it told me that it was utterly profane and you should not, under any circumstances, touch the corpse. And then he came back to life. I believe there was some kind of intervention there. Or maybe my mind just made the determination that at that point in time, I shouldn't, under any circumstances, touch that
Well, I
profane
mean,
body.
look at you. You're glowing with holy nonsense. Obviously, you wouldn't touch it. I mean, it's
Yes, but the energy must have been latent in him. After
well,
getting
yeah, he
eaten
was
and
just
consumed.
killed by it.
Alright.
I'll be quite honest with you. I don't particularly know what's being hinted at here. I don't see anything wrong with him.
I
with
think
my
he might be
eyes,
possessed by the seven. Or the lich thing.
I
ran
don't
all the
know
tests
what
we
to
could
tell
do.
you. Like I said, I'm not a particularly powerful cleric of any kind, and that does sound pretty bad if he is, but also he kind of like shrugs, like, there's not much I can do to help that.
Did we ever try a restoration? I wonder if that could do something. High enough restoration spell might do something. I'm not sure entirely.
Does restoration kick ghosts out of people's body?
I'm not entirely sure. I will have to read through my Cleric 101 guide.
I could
feel
try and
this
remove
is
curse.
something to debate for another.
Yeah, this is another time. I believe you were
Regardless.
mentioning something before Colin brought that up. How do we go from
well-
here? Where do we go from here?
Okay. If the thing that they were containing is released, as you say, then there's not much point in leaving them to their device, because they probably don't even realize what they were doing, and that's no longer the point. Orbius is the only one with sort of actual, what is it? Object permanence.
Wait,
Hmm?
Orbius was the only one. So, continue.
But
is
he
Orbius?
is. What?
How else? I guess. Never mind. Duncan is just mumbling to himself.
Duncan's
Okay.
going through a lot.
Duncan's stressed.
So, how? Oh, goodness. This is quite. I'm a little bit fumbling here because I'm not quite sure.
No, I think we're all very confused
should
about the
take
situation we're in. To
This
be
is
honest,
a
with
lot to me dumped on me at lunch.
you. Our
I
friend
would-
here, his pet just happened to wander in here. We kind of just happened to walk in here. I'll be honest
Fate
with you.
is usually circumstance.
He ate a weird tablet, by the way. I feel like you should know that.
He's eating artifacts from the library? That's not good.
Is there any way to make that up to you? He kind of just took a bite.
I'll be quite frank with you. I do not have the emotional capacity right now to deal with my collection being eaten. I'm too busy being concerned about eldritch horrors being released in the world and possibly inhabiting your friend right there. And you all seem like generally good people, so I'm even more conflicted about my choices here. I'll be quite honest with you. I either have my options right now are literally bind you all away in a extra-dimensional prison for an indeterminate amount of time to protect the world from whatever evils are haunting you, or releasing an extra-dimensional creature from prison to assist you in combating another extra-dimensional eldritch creature.
I can see your predicament.
You cannot even begin to understand the problems that I am facing right now. I don't mean that in a rude way. You cannot even begin to understand the issues that are facing me.
In truth, I quite frankly do not wish to. I don't
We're
think I have
really good at
anything else
killing
to add on to
things.
that.
To be honest, I'd rather not get locked in a prison.
Yes,
You,
I think
that boy with the bookbinding book.
Yeah?
You have an interest in bookbinding?
Yes.
Oh no.
Bookbinding.
Oh no.
Perfect. I have a solution.
Okay.
No.
How are you willing to forsake your god to
Umbra,
save the world?
Umbra, my god is dead.
Hey, that doesn't mean much when the bodies of dead things seem to continually infest our world and grant power to people.
Paylor is already dead, so might as well.
Oh my god, I love this.
I absolutely love the line, how willing are you to forsake your god to save the world?
And the
Come
response
along
is
with
already
me.
dead. He's already
Come
dead.
along with me, dead god.
Alright.
Well, this
And he
is...
leads you all the way through the library. Nope, everybody
No.
else stay back. Nobody else follows. You do not want to come this way. There's
Call
some
it your-
bad stuff.
You're probably the worst one as well.
Yes, especially the one with the eldritch monster and possibly consuming his soul.
This is a lot.
I don't know
to
what I
take
got
in.
myself.
Oh, is this? Oh, this is
Uh,
your dog. I see. Okay, well, let's move on.
You didn't
Yeah.
make me.
This is your dog.
We just kind of sat there and stared at it.
Okay.
Umbra doesn't even care, dude. He's like, alright, whatever, dude. Cool dog. Give
So,
a
for
shit.
those of you out in the lobby, you watch some stuff happen. As they're mumbling their way through the halls, the things on these podiums begin to rearrange themselves.
That's not good.
I knew the podiums were the key all along.
Is this like a dimensional combination key? It determines where the door
And then-
leads.
Oh my god.
I feel he's gonna have him try and prison us instead, or something. I don't know.
Somebody
Yeah,
take
no,
pictures.
this is
Somebody
about-
take pictures.
This is about the complexity I actually expected.
The door unlocks in front of you, and you hear several clicks.
This is the very secure door, Umbra.
Well, you'll see why. I hope you're ready, because, well, you can't possibly imagine. Alright, just a second. I need to do something real quick.
Is this the point where Umbra just has to like share with someone what he's done? Like it's like I put
Listen.
so much work into this. I gotta show someone who actually knows what this means. He's
Alright,
met someone with
alright,
similar
I have
craft
to
to him.
go- I have to be right back. We'll count loads. Whatever.
Alright, yeah, you go be right back while I get this image.
I ordered food 2 hours ago.
Oh,
It's
Oh
been
my
on the
God.
doorstep for an
Dude.
hour and a half. I haven't let.
No, it
It
just
hasn't actually made
It
it.
just hasn't come yet, dude.
I'm gonna go get some. I'm gonna go
Fuck, man. I want to eat.
Yeah.
What was loaded in?
I
Um,
updated the painting.
Oh,
Did he just imprison another person? Cool. Man, I'm glad we got more room in here.
No,
He's
Give
glowy.
me a minute. Yeah. I'm gonna grab another drink.
I'm gonna try and throw something in the microwave. I'm gonna be right back.
Okay.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Why is there? Of course you had that prepared. Of course you had that prepared. I knew you would have that.
One of the first things I said to Tipper today was, how funny would it be if I got 3 for 3?
Listen, this isn't like. This is more like a conversational one.
Yeah, but I was 100% prepared to lock you in a room today.
I told you I was just gonna embrace it this. See how many I can get in there.
He's running
I
an
said if you
octopus
actually
forward.
permanently captured TGO, he'd leave the Discord.
Because here's the thing, you did once again willingly go into this room. So
I'm led by Umbra, okay?
This time it couldn't go wrong. It couldn't possibly go wrong.
Not like he's just gonna lock me in the room and leave me in there. Well,
No,
they're all
okay,
go free.
So he leads you into this room. It's not exactly what you expected. As the door opens, instead of the same sort of marbly walls and wooden floor that you had, there is now this polished black sort of stone floor with these very nicely done wooden walls, with lots of just tapestries and silk and all kinds of just expensive fineries lining every
Wait.
bit of the walls.
What kind? Wait, what kind? Is it like a dark wood or like a light wood?
It's kind of a darkish wood. Very extravagant, very expensive looking.
All right, this does not scream good decor to me in my head whenever I imagine it.
It looks like a rich person's house. So probably
dark
not
with-
very good.
Black
Mhm.
floor with dark wood around it. That does not
Yep.
sound good at all.
Yeah. And then the only real, like, the bright colors are coming from the silks, and tapestries, and all the cloth that is around. And you go down a little hallway, and eventually, you come to a room. And the first thing your eye is drawn to is this sort of this little podium with what looks like a sort of half sphere on it. You know, like if you can imagine, the little bell you were talking about earlier. Imagine that kind of shape, but instead of a bell part, it's just a glass sort of half sphere. And inside of it, you see what looks like a miniature field with a line of trees along the edge and a temple in the center. And sitting in this room with this there's a small table with like 2 chairs, and in one of the chairs, which is more of like that lean back sofa that you would imagine like a Roman emperor sort of sitting in, is this beautiful drow woman just kind of leaning back over reading like a book.
Is it Lorelai?
Oh yeah, it's Lorelai, and she's just
Wait,
sitting there, seemingly incredibly bored, and just reading this book.
Is this fucking sphere in Lorelai's house? Lorelai's house is a part of this too.
Yes.
Of course, Umbra's married to Lorelai.
I have to say, this is not at all what I expected.
Well, also Lorelai's house is incredibly hard to navigate.
Yeah. Andy literally made a better maze than I could ever make. You have to there's like a multi-tiered mirror door system.
Like I think
like certain doors lead to other doors, and you have
Lorelai's
to go through
house
them.
is probably more secure than whatever fucking thing Umbra put together here.
And that's didn't need to
that's
put it together because you could just go here.
yeah. Just make the final choke point Lorelai's house. All right, you've gotten through the rest of my shit. Joke's on you, and you still have to go to fucking Lorelai's house.
Joke's on you. Deal with the wife.
Yeah, and around
shit.
this. So the only other thing of note is in the floor there is what you can only be described as like a little moat going all the way around this orb that's just filled with water.
That's
And you
actually
can
kind of
see
sketch.
inside of this sort of half glass dome, in that little field, are several figures all standing in this field, just kind of blank-eyed, not paying attention.
I think it's best I don't inquire.
You're going to learn a lot in a minute, don't worry.
Okay.
Lorelai kind of looks down her nose from her book at you two, and then just kind of like lifts the book up in front of her face, so so you can't see her face and she can't see you. She's kind of just pretending you're not there. As Umbra like leads you over to the orb, and he's like, "All right. So here's what's going to happen. I can't release what's in here in good faith. But
But you're going to have...
I'm going to make you its parole officer."
Oh,
Temporary binding point.
I can probably do that, I think. You know what? Actually, I don't know what I'm getting myself into. So.
Assist you with this. I'm going to lend you every bit of my capabilities as a fellow binder to attach said being to you. Now, I will let you know that you will feel horribly, horribly ill for the next week or so, as all of your connection to the divine is horribly wrenched from your body and soul. And instead, this creature's malevolence and but divine power slowly comes under your control. I will let you know this creature has an incredibly powerful will. But there's a reason why our techniques are not widespread and are secretly passed down. Quite frankly, I'm surprised that you know anything about it. I didn't think I told anyone, but it's happened, and usually coincidence is fortune. So we're just going to wing.
Alright.
Good luck. Make me a will save.
Oh, okay.
And then I need you to pull up Arimon's and make me a will save at disadvantage.
Fuck.
Oh,
You are getting a plus 25 on this
That's not gonna be
from
enough.
Umbra.
you do not understand. I built Arimon to have very
I
high
know.
rolls.
I know.
Yeah, nat 20, man. Nat 20.
I'm not
nat
saying
20.
this is not a like one roll and we're done thing.
No, I think it means Vlad is gonna have
This
to
is the
try until he
process?
gets it.
Let me pull out the vaporwave. I need vapor.
Don't worry, I'll put some I'll get some better music.
Yeah,
for you
put on some Tower of God music for this. We're tampering with forces that we should
Or at
not
least
be.
Ace Combat. Come on.
Oh, Ace Con, just a second.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Or hit us with a
Like,
Project
I'm just
Wingman with those guitar
imagining Arimon like feeling something tugging at his mind, and he's like, "Who the fuck are you, bitch?" Get the fuck out of here.
Get that ass.
Paylor,
banned.
more like
Walks
Coke
away.
Seed, bitch. Holy shit.
Oh, wait, hold up. Another person
Your
to bring
life
into
is
the
like
army?
summer
Got
Earth.
it.
So hold up. Now we
Hey,
have.
Albie, Albie, I'm going to send you something real quick.
The thing to
You have a
remember
fucking-
is that Arimon was in that hole for the entire time. Like Paylor came up as a god after Arimon went into the hole and went and stopped being a god. Like during the time Arimon was in that hole. I don't think Arimon would even fucking know who Paylor is, dude.
You worship who? Ass.
Who?
All right, count.
I'm not
Yeah?
exactly sure you could save that.
Count. This is very important, right?
Yes.
Obviously, did I not port over feats? Oh, I gotta pull up the original sheet for a second. Obviously, I can't use spells in there, right?
No, you cannot.
What about a feat that I have?
If it is a natural, if it is something that is constantly going and is not an effect that has to be triggered, or has to be used once a day, you know, like anything
Okay, it is an
just
activate.
if it can't be activated, nothing can be activated because Arimon is in like a state of stasis, and yeah. For you,
All right.
Arimon's consciousness is not.
This does not push
living
it.
out of old fantasy right now.
This does not push into the only nat 1 range, but still. First roll. Oh god, I need some light. I don't want to say what the first roll was.
Okay.
First roll is an
What
nat
was
1.
it? Oh, really?
Actually, really.
Arimon immediately failed?
Yeah, actually,
Oh
immediately.
my god. Okay, well,
Alright, Vaporwave,
you
you're
know,
getting put away for a long
as Umbra said, you know, circumstance and sometimes fortune. You go into this. Umbra's prepared. He thinks this is going to be a long, drawn-out battle. You know, every time that Arimon beat you was going to slowly drain away your constitution, and if you didn't bind him before your constitution was drained, you would just die, and then that would have sucked. But, you know, it would have just been permanent constitution loss for every time Arimon beat you. But Vlad, just forsaking his god, pushes
Already
his
dead.
will and binds. yeah, just throwing his god away, like, fuck you, I don't want to be your champion, you're dead.
Already
Didn't
dead,
need that
stop
bitch
forsaking.
anyways. Yeet.
Taking really.
Your orb's gonna crack,
Yeah.
dude.
Shit is.
Alright.
Oh, do you think Arimon's gonna go into your orb?
I just
You
want to
immediately have an annoyed voice in the back of your head. You lose all of your cleric levels and any of your divine caster levels, and they are immediately replaced with binder.
Okay. Alright, that's neat. That'll take a long time to. That'll take a few weeks.
Yeah.
Couple weeks to rework.
You have access to every one of Arimon's abilities, but now he's a very angry ghost thing in the back of your head. As he's now, like, you've basically hijacked Arimon's powers at this time. Kind of like how he hijacks everybody else's powers by eating them. You've sort of done that to him, but not by consuming him, but by kind of just subverting, like, you've just switched, essentially, which consciousness is in control.
Alright.
Any day that you fail your binder check, Arimon's in control.
Oh,
He's kind of pseudo free.
Wait.
That is true, Arimon. That's really bad though. That's you gotta make your
What
build
alignment
to
is
get a
that?
high will save
Arimon.
now, Puppet. That's
No,
gotta be Vlad's
The binder
build now.
check is separate.
Yeah.
It's a specific build for that.
Oh,
Okay.
Can you specifically build for a high binder check?
Kind of, yeah. But it is the binder thing, right, does expect you to fail sometimes, and normally the consciousness cannot impose, like, to do anything besides impose sort of some personality traits.
But you're binding a
but
god here.
Yeah, exactly. And not a dead god.
So Arimon's like actually so Arimon can just switch. It's a shapeshifter, right? You described him as that before.
Yes.
Does that mean I can switch over the art whenever it's whenever it's
Yes.
Arimon? Okay, cool.
Oh yeah, it literally
Oh.
like all the powers of Arimon. But now with Vlad's basically it's Arimon, but now also with Vlad's personality.
Oh. Do the memories come with?
The memories that Arimon recollects at that moment, yeah.
Oh. A lot of Eldritch knowledge all of a sudden in
Yeah.
Vlad's head.
Also, make sure to level Vlad up to the same level Arimon was.
Oh, okay. I'll see.
You've capped out the binder class already.
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually.
Okay, isn't
Like,
there like a
he
High
needs-
Master binder?
Yeah, is there an epic binder?
Yeah,
There are,
I don't
like,
know.
There's two different
There are
binders, right?
prestige
Count?
bindings. Yeah, there are prestige binding classes where you can start getting like some specialized binding. Like you can start going into elemental binding and other.
Oh
stuff.
yeah, I
So,
found like Fiend binder.
Yeah.
Anything for a god or lich binder? That might be useful.
Knight of the
but while
Sacred
they're
Seal,
doing
Anima
that,
Mage.
does anybody want to look at anything else in the library? So
I
there,
don't know,
there
dude.
are books here that do contain things for other players.
Oh, for other
Yeah.
players?
I would just say that, maybe people who have to see animals to shapeshift may want to check out the
Oh.
animal book sections.
Man, must be nice to be able to read, but
Can you not read?
No,
Yes, we
Houston
went over
took
this
the
a
no
few times
reading
ago.
thing.
I mean,
this
Can
a
you
few
look at
sessions ago
pictures?
we mentioned this.
I
mean,
am.
yeah.
I listen. I'll be quite. I don't keep track of what player abilities are. So
Yeah, I
don't
can't read.
accidentally- That
He's
is
illiterate.
unfortunate. Well, you just have to see things, right? You can just.
I mean,
they got like diagrams with like drawings and dissections. That might still help. I'd let you make like a DC 15 wisdom check to like see if you can just figure it out.
Well, so here's the thing. I wouldn't even be able to read the what's it called? Like
That-
library index. So someone would
Fuck.
have to mention it to me. So it's
Yeah,
like
Duncan,
That's-
Cena Calm in this is actually going to go to this library. He's had a lot of questions, and essentially, Umbra just informed him that he knows a lot of worldly knowledge about gods and such, and he has a lot of questions. So he's going to section 230 until someone puts a hand on his shoulder, telling him, like, yeah, you should leave.
All right, let me just start looking at these books. Let me get myself one. But I will say that depending on stuff you guys do, I would allow. God, I didn't click my clone. I'm gonna put some more indexes down.
Aren't there's like
I think someone
spells
else
here?
is using this one.
Yeah, I'll pop out this one.
Oh, I popped one out. I moved one to behind the desk for myself, and get myself another one. The one on top
I'm
of
gonna tint mine. I'm gonna tint mine. I don't think that really did anything, but I can label it. There we go. All right, this one's mine.
Oh, I see mine tinted. Okay.
Also, I just have the PDF. I'm just gonna pull up the PDF. Dude.
Yeah, what the fuck am I...
What am I doing, idiot? Fuck.
Yeah, I've only changed a couple lines since last time, and none of them would be
Oh.
to. How is it that I've managed to like keep getting?
Are they all
So yeah,
tied to each other?
they shouldn't. But yeah, I mean, you guys would be going through and everything from like the 560 to 580ish, and then 590 to 600 would probably be useful for Houston. And if you show them that, Houston, if you make like a DC 15 wisdom save, wisdom check, I'd let you roll 1d4 and get that many new forms of your choice.
Okay. I'll just assume someone points these out to me, I guess.
Yeah. Somebody's just looking at the index like, hey, this might be useful to you. Points you in the direction of like, these numbers mean animal books.
Oh, well, like what numbers are they? What's numbers?
Yep. Draws you like an
drags you over to the bookshelf area.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Everybody,
there you go, Fred.
Everybody gets a free feat.
We get a free feat. Oh boy.
Big.
That is pretty big.
For perusing the library. And if you're a spellcaster, you can pick one new spell up to your, highest spell level you cast.
Oh
why?
boy.
Why? Yes,
Wait,
I do
so
happen to be a spellcaster.
I can prepare
That's
one
check.
more spell a day. Is that what you're saying?
You can get one
Slow.
for people who don't learn one
Oh,
more.
okay. Got it.
Yeah.
Sure. Doesn't apply to prepped casters. Get it?
Well, you get
Yeah,
one
it's
more
okay.
spell that you can prepare. Like, not that you can prepare, but like that you can choose to prepare from your normal spell pool.
Yeah, but can I not?
Oh,
already,
yeah. No. Druids automatically know, like, can prepare any spell on the
everything.
list.
I just
Yeah.
know all of them. Yeah.
Yeah, because druids just kind of sit
Prep
down and go, I need a spell that does this, and then you just get one.
Yeah.
And then the
So you
druids are
said
like,
just a
I love
straight
this one.
wisdom check?
Yep, just a 15. Yeah, just straight up wisdom.
Okay. Thankfully, I'm not terrible at that.
You should be pretty good as a druid at wisdom.
I'm looking for an 8 or higher. Okay, well, I don't synthesize any knowledge. Thank you very much. I'll take my feet. Walks
your feet.
back over to the table. Floats through the table. Back to the
Unfortunately, not being able
Is
to
what it is.
read has caused some issues
I mean,
with visiting
yeah.
the library. I can't really do anything about that one. Unless somebody, because nobody else would.
No, it's
pick up
okay.
their
It
stuff
is
to
what it is.
read it, yeah. But yeah, that's what we'll call session for tonight.
Alright.
Ahriman has been released, but not in the way that Ahriman expected. Ahriman has instead been attached to a parole officer as chosen by Umbra. Probably the most annoying way he could be freed.
It's great.
Oh, you know what? Oh, it'd be really fitting if I took Draconic Knowledge, the Draconic Knowledge feat.
TGO
take
has
that.
disconnected.
Oh, well, we were done. So
Yeah, it's just.
I want to close out tabletop.
I think it's time for me to take my first meta magic feat.
Hell yeah.
Home Dragon, here we go. Hell yeah, brother.
I have to redo so much.
Oh yeah.
When you
so-
say all of Ahriman's abilities, how
It's shit. Yeah. No, it is essentially.
divinity?
It is Ahriman. He is him and Ahriman are like. It's literally like, imagine this, right? It's Vlad's body, but he is just like, him and Ahriman are shunting each other out of it and taking control each day.
Quite literally
So-
formed a Gestalt with 2 Gestalt characters.
This is not what I expected when you said custom binder stuff.
I will write up some more of the actual other creatures you can find, because you don't have to connect to Ahriman each day either.
Yeah.
That's you may choose something else. So I'll write up a couple more things for you.
Sisophone's there. Oh, what about Brecky?
Hey, we killed this body.
Oh yeah, but
Traumatic deaths like that tend to cause those creatures to go
Oh,
into the
no.
space between worlds.
No, he should be fully consumed.
Listen, things being fully dead doesn't stop them from being bindered.
Oh, that's true, actually.
The one that I would use was an angel that drowned.
What am I going to do for more class? Take a while.
You cannot choose anything that uses divine casting.
you have forsworn gods.
Yeah.
Um,
There is no god that will grant you power.
you've gotten kicked out of the nice guy mechanism.
You've
of
been
gods
excommunicated
love.
from the church,
Yeah.
dude. And you were the only one left in it.
Excommunicado.
There's
You
still one left.
excommunicated yourself.
Still, God,
There's
why
still one
is it
left.
every single Gestalt we get these fucking banger lines? You're not worthy of your legacy.
No, that's just every time we see Umbra.
I'll also let you know that now that you're free, so Umbra set up the prison. Lorelai's been the warden, and she has been just absolutely. She's been pretending to be Anubis and pretending to be Umbra and just playing all these parts and just absolutely
God.
fucking with you, Arimon. Like anybody that wasn't Requiem or Arimon was just Lorelai playing with puppets.
Great.
Just because she thought it was funny. Umbro, she set it up and then had other things to go do.
So there really wasn't any way actually out.
Oh no, there was. That did when you were in there, the stuff that you were right. The pedestals were one of the steps, and the other step was just put the crystals in like the little dragon statues' mouths. And then that was it.
Oh no, I meant from inside. Inside.
Oh, from inside? No, no. It was made not to be able to get out.
Okay, because all right, so yeah, that was okay. That makes sense.
That was the whole point. So, do you remember during the Talon campaign, you guys helped set up that huge giant water ring? And then Lorelai's last thing she said to you guys was, "I have to go take care of something. I'm going to be gone for a while. I leave you all in charge of defending Guldenberg in our interest." And then she just left.
So that big fucking ring we built for her, that was for this?
It was part of it. Because remember, she wanted
It was
to
granting her strength. I think the other Talon we were working with said that it was granting her something like godhood almost.
You guys essentially were building a giant sort of ritual circle to shift that whole area within those waterways into more connected to the plane of water. Which is her...
Right. So we were bringing her domain forth into the material.
And then in that little prison, that prison was in a ring of water.
It was caged by her domain.
Yeah. So basically she just cut everything off and just like stuck that little prison in like a little plane of water. In its own little plane cut off from the others. A demi-plane within her secret demi-plane.
Alright, but what about Arthvale just wandered in?
Well, there are doors in there, and when you wandered into Lorelai's house, she kind of just put you in.
Does he get to leave now? Considering the whole point of the
they didn't let Arthvale out.
Oh.
Requiem's also still in there.
Yeah, Requiem's still in there, yeah.
Requiem broke it.
Yeah. Nobody cares about Requiem.
Requiem was,
Requiem kind of fucked up.
He's dangerous. He's friends with a skull. They don't let those. If you get out, that skull's gonna show up and be like, "Hey, how's it going,
friend?
Just got out of prison, huh, pal?"
Well, what's the reason for keeping Arthvale in?
Because they don't really have a good way of letting people out. Besides what they just did.
You're not powerful enough to be binded.
How long does a half-fae live?
I mean, inside this prison, you do not age.
No, I'm trying to figure out how. I'm trying to figure out how. I'm trying to figure out how.
Probably depends on the kind of fae that you are, but usually they live for a pretty long time.
Fae don't really die of old age. They usually die of like boredom.
I'm just saying, like, his sister's half fae, so I don't know if she's gonna be alive when he finally gets out.
Yeah,
that's
she probably won't, unless she that's the thing. They don't really die of old age, like I said. Because think of it, they turn into like Baba Yagas or hags or other
like a half
fae monsters.
Well, yeah, realize she's also physically weak. In my backstory,
and I'm
has,
just saying that fae
fae
don't really die of old age, which doesn't change. Like, there's no die. Like, that's what I'm saying. That's not like one of their many causes.
She could have died to her
From
illness.
other, yeah, exactly.
Although
She could've
I
died
think
of
I
other
think
reasons,
Anubis did kind of imply that he was gonna take care of her or
but
something.
he did
Like,
promise to take care of her. Yes.
Yeah.
and I don't think Anubis is enough of an asshole to break that promise.
No, Anubis
I don't know.
Probably getting it done.
understands why they had to imprison Requiem. He was working with the skull. But he did like Requiem because Requiem took care of a lot of the work that his mom would normally shove on him.
A lot. I did so much for that man.
And that's why you're locked in a prison instead of dead.
Fair enough. I hope someone explains to him what was actually going on, because otherwise everyone's gonna fucking actually blame.
Because at this point,
Anubis.
Lorelai no longer having to keep track of Arimon is probably just gonna let the prison deteriorate until like it just breaks down, and then you're out.
It's not interesting to her anymore.
Her power is no longer required for the prisoners inside.
Oh, she's going back
So
to
wait.
her talons. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah.
Is she just
Lorelai's
going to
going.
She gonna rebuild
Mhm.
it when parole ends, or are they just going to eventually just be like, all right, you're tough?
It depends on how Arimon behaves while on parole.
Involves how cooperative he is.
If you beat
Yeah.
the 7th, you can go. If you don't beat the 7th, you're dead.
Yeah, pretty much.
Actually, Suicide Squad mechanics here.
Yeah.
Like Umbra has let Arimon out because he can dead walk. He can go anywhere.
Yeah.
And that's
Although-
what was needed.
Oh,
Through the realm of dead.
I thought he just wanted me to open the door.
Through the
I
realm of
know.
the dead.
yeah, no,
He's the
bring
only
us
one who
through
can
the
take us
realm
to
of the dead to the fucking dude to murder his ass.
Yeah.
In a
because-
way, we did kind of free Arimon. Is he gonna grant us a boon now?
We'll talk whenever I'm fully free.
We'll
I
talk.
can't, I'm imagining Arimon getting control and he just turns to look at us like, alright, first of all, thanks for getting me out of there. Really appreciate it. What do you want?
When Arimon's in control, essentially he can do what he would normally do, but he can't do anything that Vlad would not want. Is how it works. So like he's in control, but he can't like murder you guys because Vlad is able to stop it. That's part
To
of
be
it.
honest, like
He just
would
enforces his
would
personality a lot
Arimon
more.
would Arimon even fucking kill us?
I don't know.
I feel like Arimon usually doesn't resort to like open violence at the very least. He's
He
usually
has
pretty
also
reasonable.
been locked in a box.
That's true. He might be a little agitated.
And now he's also bound to a random human dude.
Yeah, I would be pretty pissed about that.
Yeah,
Celestial dude, half celestial.
kind of getting Sakuna
That's even
vibes,
worse than a
but-
human.
No, it's gonna be even worse. It's just gonna be malicious compliance. That's all you get.
No!
So we're getting the monkey's Parimon.
That's very good. Yeah. I think I'm going to go, and I'm going to lay down because I would like to wake up.
Oh, yeah.
Early
Yeah.
Today.
Yeah.
I'm
Gonna have to bail
Good night, Albie.
because I haven't been told there's not session, and
Assume
I
there is. Yeah.
I also wanna play Battle Bit
Yeah,
boy.
exactly.
fucking.
Are you guys
Recon.
playing Battle Bit tomorrow?
It's gonna.
Tomorrow,
Yep.
yeah.
It's gonna be 8 a.m. on my time to like 2 p.m. my time.
Shit.
So like 5
I
a.m. your
really
time
want
to.
to play it.
That's the yeah. So if we're up in the morning, we'll be able to play. It ends at like 11 a.m. your time. It's a awful time to have it, but
Mhm.
I don't think they live in the North America.
I got no clue.
So for like specific lore in the library, could like I just like list off the sections like just to prepare to let you know what I'd want to look at, or like are we just gonna assume like we don't.
I mean, there's a lot of books in there, and so you wouldn't have that much time because they're not going to be gone for long. Like next time, we're going to pick up with them like coming back out. So basically, you have enough time to read a book, and that's what's giving you the feat as you're reading some of Umbra's like hidden esoteric knowledges.
These books are so strong that just reading a couple of them gave us a feat.
Yeah, and then afterwards, Umbra's gonna be like, "All right, here we go. You're going to go do this thing now. Good luck." Shoves you out of the library, like, "Come on, I've given you a demigod. Get going."
I just gotta ask, do I also get the free fee or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd never take that. You always.
I love how, despite everything,
You're not gonna level up for a long.
I'll just leave it in the voice chat of the ones I was wanting to do. But
despite everything,
I'll eventually.
Umbra still has ended up being a quest guide NPC. Back to his roots. Maybe it was a breath of fresh air for him.
Well, it would have been if it hadn't started with like his dead son.
Yeah, well, that's kind of tied to the quest.
That's unfortunately the only way to bring that one up.
Yeah. But yeah. All right. Good night. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow.
Have a nice night.
Bye.